Hello, friends. Welcome to Kloo's Night Out, a Goats and Dragons adventure. Um, I'm Andrew Gilbert, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master. And tonight I am joined by Meg. Meg,
Hello.
say hi and
Hi.
excuse me. I could have not pushed to talk for my cough, but I didn't. Whatever.
It's okay.
Meg, yeah. My pronouns are he, him, his, and then I'm the DM tonight. How about you, Meg?
Hello. I am thankfully not the DM because I wouldn't know how to do that because I can't do math past
I don't know, math.
American fifth grade math, so I'd perish. My name is Megan. You can call me she, her, they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Clue.
Wonderful. Oh, big excitement, big excitement. Um, I'll also try to kind of check out the chat as we go.
Cool. And
Um,
I definitely am terrified of horses in real life, so this is so exciting for me.
yeah,
Yes.
so this is kind of fun and interesting. If you have no clue what Clue is or don't know anything about Goats and Dragons is our 1 to 20th level campaign, and we stream here on Twitch. We've been streaming, and we have YouTube of essentially all of our stuff. We have a podcast called Goats and Dragons that follows this, and Clue is what in Dungeons and Dragons we call a nightmare. Get the pun, nightmare. And they are sort of often dark creatures that have been kind of twisted to sort of a demonic-looking horse with kind of black skin and hair and flaming hooves and a mane and a tail, and of course our party that is playing in this game immediately befriended the creature. And saved it from this crazy, creepy underworld ruled by an undead beholder. It was terrifying. And then Kloo just became part of the family and is in in everyone's hearts and minds. And just recently on Goats and Dragons, Kloo was given a letter to deliver to this individual named Yizzak, who is the head priest of the Temple of Ryn in Federo. And Kloo is going to make their way through the dungeon and head on up and deliver the letter and probably come back, and there will be no shenanigans to be had.
None.
I'm sure.
No.
I'm sure that's exactly what's occurring here.
Yes.
So anyway, a couple logistical things real quick. We are affiliated on Twitch, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. And as a reminder, anyone who has Amazon Prime can subscribe for free to us through Prime Gaming, and that's a really helpful, handy thing to do because it's free for you. And it's really beneficial for us. It's really helpful, and it doesn't cost you anything. And if you don't use that on us, please use it on another small streamer out there, because it can be really helpful. And, helpful goat. We're all about helping each other.
Wow.
And if you type exclamation point donate in the chat, that allows you to go to, let me just double check. I believe that's...
It's going to be the Trevor Project?
Yes, yeah, there it is. Yep, the Trevor Project, which is kind of a larger organization that we like to support, certainly having a lot to do with LGBTQIA plus individuals. Also, if you have amazing local community charities that also deal in causes close to your heart, we really support that, and we really want you to give a little bit of money, maybe give a little bit of time, or at least do a little bit what we're doing tonight and just say, hey, this is a good project, and maybe people should be aware of it and know that it exists and that sort of thing. So we just want to kind of bring a little bit of attention, and you can always find links to that through the exclamation point donate command in the chat. Meg, we also have exclamation point merch. And if you type that into the chat, you're going to get a link to our merch page. And it's a great way to help support us. And you get a little bit of cool swag. Not swag, I guess, but specifically because it's not free for everyone. But it's stuff that you can get that represents your love of Helpful Goat and all the sort of inside jokes that Helpful Goat has produced over the years. We also have exclamation point KO-FI or coffee, and that gets you a link to our coffee page, and you can buy us a cup of coffee or something, and help support us in that way. It means a lot, and it would go directly to, and there's some merch.
That's not merch. That's
okay.
A manatee cup.
I don't know.
A cup of coffee.
Okay, so you can't buy I see, it was a coffee, not just... Gotcha. I see what's going on. And exclamation point, if you like our shenanigans and want to join us and hang out with us, exclamation point Discord in the chat. We'll get you a link to our main community hub, which is on Discord. And we're fun to hang out with, I think. Sure. Meg is constantly around, popping in and listening and hanging out with stuff.
Entity. Thank you.
We play games all the time. We have a reading corner where we read books. Yeah. Rachel's reading a book right now to us. We also watch movies and hang out and just kind of share time with nice people. So if that's your vibe, please join us in that way. I think that's most of the announcements.
All right. Cool.
I should also mention Meg. One of the beauties of what we're doing tonight is
Don't know what the...
yeah, Meg has no clue like what anything really is going on here,
Uh,
and I am so here for it.
Good.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna turn you down just a tiny bit, I think,
Wow.
and well, maybe now I'll turn you up.
Wow.
Okay, well, okay, a little more. Okay, I think we're about there. I mean, are we ready to get into tonight's episode?
Oh, I think we are ready.
I am super excited. So, let's.
Ooh, got the ambiance rolling.
Let's. Yes. What's happening?
Do you wanna read the Chelsea poem?
Oh my God! Yes, thank you. I even didn't start stream specifically until we had the Chelsea poem, and then I immediately forgot.
It is a-okay.
Would you like to read it, Meg, or should I?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Okay.
An important errand through desperate play, a dinner the family really needs to delay, a special look into a nightmare's mind. What twisted, delightful chaos has Andy designed? We know them, we love them, best nightmare horse Kloo, and much love we can see and hear you. Wonderful. Thank you, Chelsea. I'm sorry that I almost lost that.
No worries.
All right, Meg. I'm ready. Charity, your friend, has just handed you this little note. You grab it with your big old chompers. You're a little careful because sometimes you breathe fire a little bit. You don't really accidentally want this to go up in flames. So like you have this ability to sort of like a bit of a magic storage unit. If you'd like, you could turn this letter into the ethereal plane, and then summon it back to your mouth at any point.
I would like to do that now. Do I have to roll for that?
You do not.
That's excellent.
You just sort of like keep it into your mouth, and as it sort of looks to the outward observer like you might have swallowed it entirely. You're just sort of putting it into the ethereal plane for the moment.
Cool.
They ask you specifically to make your way out of the dungeon into the city of Federo above, to make your way to the Temple of Ryn, and to give this message to Yizzak himself, if you are able to. And with that, you turn away from this old dwarven bridge that your newfound family is currently resting upon, and you begin to ride up through the old forgotten tunnels of this place. And as your footsteps echo throughout the walls, you also, for some reason, hear Stormbringer shout, "Is Kloo back yet?" Like at the top of her lungs. But whatever, Stormbringer has a hard time with that at some point.
Excellent.
What are people yelling at me in chat about? And return with a... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I should also let you know. They were hoping that you would also be able to like wait around for a response, and if they write a response, then you would also bring them that back to them, if that makes sense.
Possibly doable. You know, leaving a lot on the line for me. My name's Kloo, and I joined this company recently, and they started calling me family right at the beginning. It made me nervous. Kloo, you know, he doesn't quite know what a family is, and he hears it. It feels a little corporate because he has to work his 12 to 12 with this whole family, but he does love them. But gosh, he could use a break. after delivering this envelope.
Now
So,
this is super interesting. Do, does Kloo sort of feel like he's kind of an employee of the family here?
yes.
Yes. Done and done. This is canon. Kloo. Yes, Kloo's understanding here is that he's kind of an employee of these individuals. You know what? He's being taken care of incredibly nicely. And he
Yes.
actually, I think he genuinely cares about
Oh, yes, he
a few of them.
genuinely
Yeah.
he genuinely cares, and
And
apparently literally shares a soul
sure,
with
whatever.
charity.
You share part of a soul with charity.
And
Yeah.
pretty
And you
good
sort of see
boss.
yourself as an employee that gets paid.
Sure.
How do they pay you? Like, what is it you get out of this relationship?
Well, you know, no longer, no longer trying to take over the entire world with evil, so
Sure.
I'll let it slide. It's a fun way to live, you know.
I see.
I don't,
So it's more of an internship, really, is what's going on. It's more of it's for the opportunity.
It's sort of, but it's also an internship where you have the opportunity to share a soul for eternity with another being. So it's a very
Makes sense to
interesting
me.
job.
Yep.
Yes.
Makes sense to me.
So I just keep on thinking to myself, I'm like, I got 4 legs, and all that they've been feeding me is like souls of the damned. I don't know. I could really go like. I've been through a couple planes, and in those planes, I've heard whispers of things called Oates. It's Oats, Oates.
Okay.
I've been really hoping. I've heard that horses really like these, so I'm really, really hoping that I could get like a snack. I mean, I
During your
recognize.
mission. Mhm.
Yes, during my mission. Yes, so yes. So I'm continuing on, clipping on my way. How long is this corridor?
It's quite long. You eventually hear, "Is Kloo back yet?" echoing through the halls
Oh my
again,
God.
even before you
Okay.
get to the next area.
Okay, that is excellent. Yes.
So the next area is a little troubling.
Okay.
Last time you were here, you're coming up on an area that is what used to probably be like the old dwarven town where like
Yep.
people were living. And again, all of this is entirely underground.
Mm-hmm.
But like people were sort of living here. This is where like taverns were and
Sure.
that sort of thing. A couple scary things happened last time you were in these parts.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of weird wolf metal creature had dropped down from the ceiling and started to attack Hakari and Burbage.
Okay.
You heard you heard whispers talking here and there, and it feels like there's a thin border at this moment between the ethereal plane in which all of those fucking dwarves seem to just be hanging out in, and this real world that used to be their home.
Okay.
Because every once in a while you sort of feel like you hear like child laughing or something like that as you're trotting in.
Not terrifying
like
at all.
The sound of a hammer.
Okay.
And the most scaring thing.
Yes.
The thing you actually see in front of you as you begin to approach this area. Several of these hulking, massive, sort of human like shaped creatures who are lumbering and stumbling.
They're moving.
They're moving. They have giant large noses that curl. They have thick lips, but they are also decaying, and you see bubbles of green liquid bubbling under their skin. These were things that made the heroes that you travel with, things that you've seen, creatures you've seen defeat people that call themselves gods.
Uh-huh.
You've seen the most incredible magic from that person that you're tied to, Charity. You've seen them rewrite reality almost. You've seen them destroy things that you didn't even know you could be so scared of. And they all
Okay.
ran from these things.
Hmm. Okay.
So you are in this large tunnel approaching this area that is fairly well lit up. And you see several of these creatures sort of lumbering down that corridor,
Okay.
kind of toward you.
Ooh.
How would you like to try to, or what would you like to do in this moment?
Uh, how far away are the creatures from me?
Let's say at this point you're being fairly cautious. So they're
Okay.
still like maybe 100 feet or so away, to the
Okay.
point where you feel they probably see the light coming off of your fiery mane, but
Okay.
maybe they don't recognize that you're a creature yet. Maybe they just think
Okay.
you're light at this point.
Okay. So,
Yes.
Kloo is like, oh, can you cuss?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Sorry you heard me cuss, Charity. Probably because you're probably soul connected and you can probably hear this whole thing like a little FaceTime call in your head brain. I don't know how that really works. I digress. Does this mean I have to go to the other plane? Okay. All right, let's think about this like a good worker would. If I'm going to a place that I hate, I'm gonna bring think like a good little capitalist who's working for free, good little intern. I'm gonna bring a free bottle of wine. Okay. Is there anything that I can search for in this area without bothering the goopy incidents?
Is there anything to sort of search, like there does seem to be some crates piled up, kind of
Yes.
on the left side for you, that you could
Okay.
probably kind of rummage through if you'd like.
Yes, I would like to rummage, please.
Okay. Yeah, you rummage through this. You're making a little bit of noise, and that does seem to be getting the attention of these creatures that
Okay.
are up ahead. But you kind
Really?
of like,
Thank
yeah,
you.
you throw off the the lids of some of these crates, and you're kind of like nosing through them kind of quickly.
Yes.
Are you looking
Okay.
for anything in particular, or are you sort of just wondering what's in these?
Oh, well, Kloo knows that the dwarves, the ones in the other plane,
Yes.
know that this is their space. So he would want to bring something that is like not a used diaper.
Oh, you're looking for like a gift, maybe,
Yeah,
to bring with
yes.
you.
Yes, to visit a
Okay.
place that I don't want to be, which is visiting these dwarves, which I'm going to have to do because I don't want to meet a booger god or
I
whatever
see.
you described previously. So,
Interesting.
rummaging for good items.
Excellent. So you start like rummaging around. You're breaking a couple like kind of opened ugly bottles. You're looking through. You see some like really moldy cheese. You,
Okay.
uh, but also you see this gleaming hammer that
Ooh.
is still incredibly shiny, though it has been in a
Ooh.
dusty old box for 1,000 years.
That's impressive. Okay.
It might be something really interesting to take to them.
Yes. Just like a bottle of wine to stressful clients at my internship. Same thing.
Okay.
Saving the world. So, yes, pockets the hammer. Also, wait, before that
Yes.
happens, uses my luscious mane to burn off any excess dust that was on the hammer so it looks extra pretty.
Interesting. Okay. I would like you to make a roll. So if you pull up
Oh,
Kloo's character sheet here, let's go
okay.
ahead and make well, like what? Where do you think you control your fire from? Is it a knowledge at this point? Is it that you feel the fire as
Oh,
as part
no.
of yourself?
No.
Is it?
Or I'm taking it as like hair, like conscious hair. Like I would just be doing that. So like, I just know
Okay.
that I'm moving my body. Like I can't. It's kind of like a like if you had a stick that was on fire. So like you're conscious of the. You can't control the flame amount, but you can control where it's being placed. If that
Sure, sure,
answer
sure,
that
sure. Give me a
question.
dexterity roll, then.
Okay.
I like this.
Uh,
What do
Did
we
I do
got?
it?
Looks like it.
Uh, oh no.
So you rolled a 6.
That doesn't sound too good.
It's not. It's not a
Okay.
1. I mean,
That's
it's not good,
it's
but
not.
it's not a 1. Um, you begin to singe and burn the as you're trying to sort of wipe off the dust with the flame.
No.
You begin to singe and burn the ornately carved, beautiful handle of this gleaming hammer,
Just
and you're kind of like,
do I have shit.
um, the
Okay.
you see about 6 of those creatures now in the tunnel. About 50 feet from you is the closest one.
Yes. Is it my turn?
Sure. What would you like? We're not
Let's.
exactly in turn order yet, but
Okay. So wait, how's turn?
you're good.
Anyways,
You're good. Yeah.
I would like to leave. Is this possible?
Yeah. How do you leave?
I would like to stride into the ethereal plane, please.
Okay. So you grip this hammer in your teeth, and you begin to charge at these creatures.
Ooh. What? At the creatures?
At the creatures. You're fine. I know what you're doing. I'm just giving you a bit of flavor here. You
Okay.
begin to charge at the creatures, and as you do, your flaming footsteps, whoosh, are now the only thing that it remains of you in this material plane.
Sweet.
As you now look around in the ethereal plane, you oddly sort of see a working community of dwarves up ahead. You see this is a kind of a bustling dwarven town.
Huh.
And immediately you are confronted by 2 little dwarven children who rush up to
Aw.
you and immediately begin to say, "Oh, it's back! It's back! Hi, hi, hi! What's
Ah!
what's your name? What's your name? My name is Ginger, and this is my sister. Her name doesn't matter." and she then like punches him hard, and he's
Good.
and she goes, "My name is Pick."
Aw.
You cannot necessarily speak to them, but you do understand their speech.
Okay.
They start to immediately attempt to kind of get near you and pet you. You're a little worried about some of the active flames on your body.
Um, okay. And the only offering I have is a hammer, and those are children.
Yep.
So I'm not going to give them a hammer. I should have rummaged for like a toy. And it's a good thing I didn't get wine, because you also can't give that to show. Okay, so I back up a little. I am
Okay.
a little nervous. I don't want to burn anyone. So
Sure.
yeah, I back up. Also, where's the hammer?
At the moment in your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of back up a little bit, and they laugh a little bit.
Okay.
As they're sort of like joking around and kind of messing around, you see a couple armed and armored individuals kind of rushing down a little bit toward you, and one of them is yelling for the children to kind of get back
Okay.
away from you.
Good.
One of them has a very large halberd, and kind of keeps it at the ready, positioned a little bit now between sort of you and the children, as the children scurry behind them. And you hear, "Hey, demon horse, what do you want? We've heard stories about you. You keep appearing."
Yeah, okay. So, Kloo would probably not like to fight, I guess, because it's just Kloo, and that's two grouchy people. So, Kloo would kind of like realize, he's like, back on this whole having sentience and understanding everybody but not being able to respond. So he does what he think would be best in this situation, which is spit out the hammer onto the ground
Mm-hmm.
and draw a smiley face next to it.
The flaming smiley face that you draw on the ground next to the next to the hammer,
Yes.
at first is taken as a little bit of a threat, perhaps. But very quickly, the other dwarf sort of stops the first one and says, I think he's trying to give us a gift." And they pause for just a moment and are looking at it and looking. "Fuck, I think that's a smiley face. Look at it." And he
I'm
goes,
just like trying to.
"Does seem to be a smiley face, but what's the gift?" And he kind of like uses his foot to like push the hammer a little bit further back, and then kind of like picks it up and like weighs it a bit and kind of like swings it around a little.
Sure.
It's a fucking good hammer, though. I think this is one of the hammers of creation.
Wow.
I thought we left most of those behind because we weren't allowed to bring them here. How did you get this? I mean, it's a bit singed. Was that you as well? I mean, it'll still work, I suppose, but...
Oh, I just realized Kloo is a horse. Horses have teeth. Horses can smile. Kloo smiles at that. Like that.
Even the children go, "Ooh." And they say, "So you can understand us, yeah?"
Kloo does like a little. I can't make horse noises. Is that what horses sound like? And he does like a nod.
What did you do? What did you think horse sounds like? Speak in spell time. What do you think a horse sounds like, Meg?
You do like the. I think a little like.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got a little bit of a in there.
Yeah, there.
A little
That's
clearing your throat. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you do that, just a little bit of fire kind of ekes out your smile.
Yes, yeah. A little dribbling.
Yeah. But they are, they're curious. This doesn't seem like what they were expecting. The one that sort of pointed out the hammer in the first place then just kind of like bows lowly to you. And the other one begrudgingly kind of lowers his head a little bit. And he kind of then yells at the children, "Hey, get back, head back to town." "My friend, it seems like you understand us, but maybe you're not able to speak with us. Would you like to continue into town with us?"
Town sounds like oats, even if they are ghost oats. So, Kloo will happily oblige.
Okay. You begin to sort of walk then into this area. As you get about a couple buildings in, you recognize the old tavern that in the material plane was like old and run down and broken in places, and like the trolls, those ugly, horrible, like rotting things, were trying to break in. This though looks well kept up. You're not exactly sure. These are the first structures in the ethereal plane that you've ever seen. Most of the time, you get this like gray, wispy, like essence of a building or something like that. These just look like regular buildings to you,
Interesting.
and that's a bit strange, certainly. These creatures don't look like ghost creatures. They look real. Everything here just seems to be a fully functioning city.
Oh,
Um,
that is fascinating. Um,
off to
uh,
the right, then to the where that would be east from you. You're noticing dwarves carrying what seems to be large, like kind of weirdly rounded metal contraptions of some sort.
okay.
You see what seem to be gears, though it's hard to tell what gears are. You've just seen them in things like clocks, really,
Okay.
before. You've
Yeah.
seen Clem sort of
Hmm.
tinker with clockwork stuff,
Okay.
but these are huge. These are very large. These are, yeah, weirdly, they're things they're sort of transporting east from this town.
Okay.
And you're getting a rather large crowd of these dwarves, and this is beginning to make you nervous. You're sort of attempting to kind of make your way to the north end of town because that would be away from where those trolls were in the real
Mm-hmm.
world.
Mm-hmm.
And your progress is getting slower and slower as people starting to gather a big group around you.
Okay.
Some people are kind of touching you. You kind of look back, and one is like holding up a stick and roasting something off of
Oh,
your mane. And they're holding it
I
way
love.
up as they're fairly short. They're a dwarf.
Megan loves that and would be fine with that, but I think that Kloo would be rather offended. So, all right, I want to get rid of them nicely. I guess I shouldn't have gone into town, huh? Well, oh well. So where, okay, so north is the exit
Mm-hmm.
or like destination.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the automaton bits going?
Those are heading east from here. So like off to your right.
Hmm. Uh, uh, can Kloo ask for the group of people to or dwarves to politely go on their way? Uh, can Kloo fart?
Yes.
Okay. Can I attempt a polite fart that smells just kind of gross that they all
Yeah.
back off?
I hear what you're
Okay.
saying. Okay, Meg. Let's do a little bit of world building here. All right. What
No.
happens when a Pegasus farts? Let's start with that.
Rainbows. Okay.
Okay, so a
Shit.
Pegasus farts
Oh, no.
rainbows. What
Yeah.
is the opposite of a rainbow?
Um, nothing, right?
Untrue. You're gonna shoot something out of there. What is the opposite of a rainbow in our world here? So something delicate and light. We'll name a rainbow. It's colorful. It's delicate and light. It's not harmful. It is the beauty of light refracting through water droplets.
Uh,
So now, what is the opposite of those things?
uh, um, uh, um,
Let's say
probably something flammable or fumey.
I feel the hesitation here. Yes,
Okay.
I understand why you don't want this to be
I don't want to aggro this whole town.
flammable.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
The farts of Kloo, as has been noted by Burbage several times.
Oh, it has. Oh no.
No, I'm saying, yeah, we've not actually done this yet,
Okay.
but we're making it canon. Burbage has noted that the farts of Kloo smell like somehow, the way he puts it, decaying skeletons fucking is just the smell that it occurs here. You shoot several hot coals out of the back
Oh
of
yeah,
Kloo.
good. Coals makes sense. Okay.
They are dark and black, and as they hit the ground, they sort of crumble and spread across the ground. And you hear several of the children laughing immediately at this and going, "Ew, gross!" One of them shot out there so hard that a dwarf had to put a shield up quickly, and you hear a ting as that occurred. And a couple swords are drawn at this, but as they realize that this was not necessarily an attack,
Okay.
they begin to maybe give you a little bit more room at this
Okay.
point. They're starting to kind of push people away a little bit.
Okay.
And now the crowd begins to even part as an elderly dwarf with a very long
Oh
white
no.
beard,
Oh fancy.
who's holding a cane,
Oh.
dressed in long robes of red and purple, kind of
Okay.
stumbles up a little bit.
I
And
hope
he
you can
says,
smell that.
"What fucking died over here?" He's looking around. "Was it you, Ginger?" She goes, "No, it wasn't me." "Hey, it smells like one of yours." "Okay, creature. What can we do for you? Why do you come to the dagger? And where do you come from?"
It is awfully hard to be a horse because you can't talk.
He
So
sees you even like struggling just a little bit in your face as you think that, and he begins to then reach his hand up, and as it kind of lightly caresses your large, long face, you hear him in your head. "Aye, this should help us speak a bit freely. Go ahead."
holy shit.
And you feel like
Hello?
you could communicate to him, in your mind at least, in a language.
Guten
Yes.
Tag. Whoa.
Ooh, well done. Sure. Is this the first time you've ever spoken in your head?
I talk to myself all the time. You know, I'm an intern
I
and, have you ever heard of oats?
I must admit this is not where I thought this conversation would begin. We've heard of oats. We have oats. Why?
Hmm. Could you introduce me to your oats? I'm an ethereal being who is quite tired, you see, and I've delivered your beautiful town a beautiful gift of a not at all singed hammer. Um, so as
You've
we're
brought a hammer.
yes, so as return before I leave, I know that I'm mystical and magical. You don't see me often, sir. Could you just get me some oats and I'll be on my way towards the north?
You see him sort of like pound his stick on the ground a couple times. "This is going to sound like a weird request, but I want someone to bring me oats." And a few people in the back kind of, all right, yeah, and they kind of go off into a building nearby. And then you hear again in your head, "My friend, you said you are from the ethereal plane. That's fascinating. Why do you show up here? Is it simply to experience oats?"
Uh, I'm I'm in the ethereal plane right now. Okay. Uh, yeah. What do you think of the ethereal? Have you, good sir, who's definitely not giving me weird vibes, ever been to the ethereal plane?
"I have not, no. Some of our ancients
would dabble and experiment a bit in the ethereal plane,
Ooh.
but that was before everyone else left.
Kloo shudders. This feels like a tragic backstory, and Kloo is just hoping for some oats. What do you, Kloo says, what do you mean? Okay, Kloo, come on. It's not break time yet, okay? Kloo. Okay.
Are you employed by someone? Did someone send you
No,
here?
no, I'm doing so great. I, what do you mean everyone left?
Oh, well, our empire spanned most of the known world underground. These tunnels that you see down there
Sure.
lead straight under the oceans themselves
Ooh.
to other empires. And then they all left. And we are once more alone. We've not seen anyone in quite a long time. No one's knocked at our doors. No one trades with us anymore. We have
Ooh.
grown as a community, but
It,
we are all we have, and strange creatures such as yourself are rare indeed.
Blue takes a deep sniff. Oh boy, this is out of my pay range. Oh God, that is. I mean, are you guys okay? Do you have food?
Oh, quite yes. We've quite grown several different kinds of crops. We have vast farms in these caves.
Do you like?
Uh, we've enjoyed a time of peace for the most part. There was a recent tragic event, but
Oh, what was your tragic event?
it
He's
was
still thinking about oats, by the way. So you see him like go like,
You're kind of looking around at that door, and that door does open, and two dwarves are sort of carrying a large bag, kind of
okay.
making their way through the crowd at this point.
Yes. Okay.
we've had a few members go missing. Several of them went up into the sands above this place, and they did not return, it seems.
That is truly tragic. Also, how do you live beneath sand? You
Well,
guys
there is
have.
rock if you go far
Okay,
enough
okay.
beneath the sands.
Why would you send them to go tunnel in the sands?
We have doors that lead up above.
You have sand doors?
No. We are quite good at fashioning rock
Ah,
as
yes,
we need it.
apologies.
Surely sandstone is some of what we use upon those. In fact, to the north over here is one of our exits into the worlds above. Now, there isn't another town or city for a few days' ride from here, but we were hoping maybe someone would be on the old roads.
A few days' time? Oh no. Oh no. Kloo gets nervous. Kloo knows that Kloo needs to be back as soon as possible.
My friend here,
And the bag is dropped. Some of the dust is kicked up a little bit of this place, and he kind of stabs it with his cane, and it tears a bit of a hole. And you do see some oats kind of pouring out of there.
Okay. Can I try the oats?
Sure, yeah, you dive in there. I
Okay.
need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Absolutely.
What did we get? Ooh, an 18. We'll take that first one. An 18.
Did I roll twice? Sorry.
No, you're good. It automatically rolls twice. You're fine.
an 18,
Mm.
suggests.
That so you shouldn't be able to eat food in the ethereal plane. You don't really need food in general. You do eat food sometimes, and it feels good, and it feels sometimes kind of tasty.
Yeah.
But most of the time, food kind of turns to ash. It's part of your curse. It's not a great existence. But Charity works hard to find things that you find tasty, and that shouldn't even be possible in the ethereal plane. That doesn't even make sense. There are no atoms that should be chewable of food in the like. This is weird. When
bother.
you eat these, they begin to sort of, if you weren't resistant to fire, they would begin to burn small holes in your mouth.
Okay. Is that my doing?
It doesn't feel like it is. You've never had food that does this before.
Oh, no. You know,
Do you
again, I've been to a lot of planes. This is almost as spicy as some people in one ethereal plane. They have a place called Chipotle, and some people think that's too spicy. I don't even know what's spicy.
Meg, are you
guys
making me
okay?
now put a plane of existence in my world that has a chipotle in it, that has spicy food? My
Yeah.
God, what have I done by agreeing to this?
Foolish mortal.
Oh, boy. Okay, fair. There's now a plane of existence that has a place called Chipotle. You're strange. Yeah, everyone's kind of looking at you, and several of them are kind of murmuring, and the old man you hear then in your head.
Is everything okay, friend?
Oh, you know. And I swallow one bite. And I go, is everyone eats for breakfast?
Oh, and he grabs a handful of these oats and kind of chews, and some are like you hear crunching here, and he's like,
gross.
Doesn't taste amazing, but yeah, sometimes we put it in things and make several kinds of grain breads out of them. It's yummy.
Kloo would now like to leave.
fair.
Harry is frightening Kloo. Okay. But it's so fascinating. Kloo's never had something that actually was actually spicy to a flaming horse. It's kind of exhilarating to actually be able to taste something spicy,
Sure.
right? Okay. So Kloo would say, and this is a guy holding him, Sir, these were some oats, but your plane is somehow burning, maybe burning me. But it's beautiful. You've done beautiful thing. I have to go.
Oh,
Can I take one of your beautiful loaves of bread to go, sir?
I suppose. Has this just been a culinary excursion for you? This is fascinating. Bring one of the finished loaves of oat bread with you. Yes, dear child, one of those.
And then he kind of holds up a small little, like, handkerchief almost that he kind of folds and ties
Okay.
at the top and kind of hands
Aw.
up to you.
Thanks. Okay, I put it in my mouth. I say,
Yes.
Are y'all okay?
We're fine here. Why wouldn't we be okay?
Like,
Are you okay?
oh, yes.
Okay
Kloo's
then.
still smiling with the bag in his mouth. I'd like to. I'm going to. Oh wait, but there's the automaton. Actually, sir, could you?
Yes.
One of my dear family friends in my internship loves gears. I have my loaf. Could you show me your beautiful robots that you're making?
I don't understand what you're saying. Robots? Gears?
Wait. Pause.
Yeah.
You
Pause.
said
Time out.
that earlier, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Unpause.
Unpause.
Oh, and talking to the gargon. You know what, sir? I'm just
He
gonna.
has let go of your face by this point in case you're worried that he's constantly holding your
He
face.
was constantly to talk to
No,
Kloo.
no,
He
no.
had to
He
be
just
like,
seemed to have cast a spell on you
"Grr,
that, yeah, that worked.
grr." Okay,
Yeah.
that's nicer. Okay. Kloo's gonna say, "Oh, you know, those oats were so delicious. I'm gonna go, uh, get a drink to go with them. You have a bathroom to the east, right? Or uh,
Sorry?
uh, uh I'm going to go this way."
Um,
Kloo just walks.
You started kind of pushing a few people out of the way a little bit. Are you heading east then?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're heading east, the crowd is sort of kind of following you.
Oh, great.
You hear the old
Jesus.
man, I'm sorry. And now in your head, you are not allowed to go that way, I'm afraid.
Oh. And I reach into my bread pack and I go to take a bite of the bread. And I'm chewing and I
Okay, yeah,
look at him. I go,
you put the sort of satchel on the ground, paw at it a bit, or not paw, but hoof at it a bit
yeah.
to open it. It's now kind of burning, and you go ahead and chomp on some of the bread in there.
Yeah.
Give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh. Oh no.
What did you roll?
I don't know.
Let us look. You rolled a 12. Wonderful. A 12 means you're only going to take
Oh shit. Oh no.
halved 4 then fire damage, or 4 damage.
Okay.
8 fire damage, but halved 4. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just adjust the hit points accordingly here for Kloo.
Okay. How many hit points does Kloo have? I should
You
know this.
have 64 left.
Oh, okay. I can
Wonderful.
eat this bread all day. All right.
It's horrible. It's burning, like it catches immediately on fire as it touches sort of your skeletal large tongue. It's inedible. You're not really getting anything at this point from it.
Someone in the chat has something important to say.
Are they talking to me? What's going on? Yes. Immune to normal fire, yeah.
Oh.
This is not This is like small nuclear explosions in a different plane of reality.
Okay. All right. Oh God. All right. Clues suddenly realize. All right. My dearest bread maker, bread aficionado, bread man, elder, kind of old, not old. You don't look a day over. Do dwarves live? They live younger than humans, all right? You don't look a day over 42 and a half.
You hear Ginger going, I'm 50.
Oh,
And the little
Megan
girl,
doesn't
the
know
little
how
kid,
dwarven ages work. Yeah, 420 years old. A lot less, a good sir.
That's sweet of you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You know, why can't I go that way?
Why would you want to go that way?
I thought I smelled some more delicious bread being made that direction. It might be from someone's home who lives here.
I'm afraid you are mistaken. There is no bread made over there.
What's over there?
You don't understand Dwarvish, I don't believe.
Okay.
In Dwarvish, he begins to speak kind of slowly and lowly to the person next to him, and then calls sort of someone else named Kim Dahl. And a couple of them have skirted around a few of the buildings, then out of sight. But you're pretty sure you saw one draw its sword before he disappeared around the corner.
Okay.
Child, creature of the world where you come from, the ethereal. We have, I feel like, been very kind to you. I apologize if you have visited us and been met with a bit of hostility. We are a fairly defensive community. In fact, several of us have wondered how you've made it in here at all. And now it appears you're wanting to explore a bit more, and I'm afraid I can't allow that exactly.
How many dwarfs are there?
Around you? 80 or so?
Oh!
The town has come out.
Well, I got my oats. These oats are not the goat. There has to be better. There has to be better oats. He's like sighing to himself thinking about the oats. And also this letter. And also I'm kind of like sharing a soul with someone who would be really sad if I didn't deliver this letter. But the shiny things look so cool over there. So he just like looks at the dwarf one more time. And he's like, please.
Yes?
One minute, and you can bring your guards with me.
I'm afraid.
You hear him fade off entirely. The scenery around you, as you now look around, is a green rolling field.
Sonic.
Your master, Charity, who you've known for quite some time, you see him slowly crossing a wooden bridge that he has recently built. It took him longer to build it since he's lost his arm. But he's walking across the bridge, and his little daughter is running through the grass up toward him. The woman you know is Aideen, a friend of Charity's as well, is kind of rushing after her and going to greet him as well. You see a creature then sort of form behind him and then reaches up into the sky. And that creature makes this motion as whoosh, a giant blue flame crashes down from the heavens, immediately incinerating that little girl and Aideen right in front of Charity, who whips around. And you see him immediately become this angel creature that you have seen many times before. You see him throw his giant sword into his hand and begin to attack this creature. And your mind turns again, and you're back in front of now what appears to be dwarves who are running around, rushing. You see them grabbing weapons. Several of them are putting out the fire that you have just caused, as some sort of explosion from you has just taken place. You see that old man rushing as fast as he can go, limping away from you, as several guards now draw their bows. And several of the domiciles next to you have now caught fire. What would you like to do?
Kloo have an inventory.
In your inventory, you have one letter that is supposed to go to Yizzak.
Well, first, let me pick up my flaming bread so I can see what it actually looks like in another plane and put it back in inventory.
It is
Smiley
gone.
face.
It is dust
My
in the ground now, as it
no.
was next to you.
No!
There are scorch marks extending
Oh,
about 15 feet in all directions from you.
the braid. Okay, okay. Ooh. Kloo takes a deep breath and realizes that maybe the bread is not worth it if it costs Kloo's existence. So, I have made them mad and I don't have water. Uh, um, oh, bless you. Sorry. Um, can, oh no.
Yeah?
Oh, I can fly. Can I just, can I leave? Can I try to fly north? Because now I don't care about the gears. I would just rather not die.
As you begin to take flight, you begin to, your hooves magically catching fire in mid-air. You hear several arrows loosed from their crossbows.
Oh. Okay.
Your armor class is 13, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 13. You get hit twice for a total of 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and mark that.
Thank you. I'm so sad.
So two arrows stick into sort of your hind legs as you are taking flight. Beginning, don't get me wrong, don't forget, there is a ceiling that is only about 25 feet up.
Okay.
It is stone, you are underground. So your
Yep.
flight is certainly getting over the dwarves who are kind of now screaming and running away from you.
Okay.
And do you make your way straight to the north?
The East seems so fun. Um,
You have
hurt
never
my-
been down there. When you first came down with your friends, you were essentially, you went in here and then you went south immediately. So there, you have no clue what's like off to the west or the east from here. If there's a way out, you have no idea.
Oh,
And it
can
seems
things-
like they were getting really defensive of you going east.
But does that mean exciting things are in there or murder things?
You have no idea.
How important is this letter?
You would understand that it is very important.
Mm, um,
As you are hovering in midair, contemplating this, you hear
No!
5 more arrows loosed from there,
shit.
from
All right,
the
all right, all
crossbows
right.
around you.
Shit. I fly away, but can I steal anything on the way out? Oh no.
That is 22 damage.
Okay.
You are now at 28 hit points, Kloo.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's leave. Can I leave? I'd like to fly north. North?
Okay.
North.
Okay. Yeah, you fly north. You hear a few more shots hitting the rocks around you. You hear people running around screaming. You hear immediately the machinations of gears like above you now starting to turn. And you see a portcullis descending from the stone itself, beginning to slowly try to cut off the exit north to you. I need you to make.
No.
I need you to make either strength or dexterity check, your choice, in order to try to get out before it closes.
Can I get can I get any bonuses added because I ate beefy bread?
That would deter things.
You said, okay,
It would not
okay.
help you.
That's
So
great.
I'm going to ignore that you said that. All right, what'd you roll?
I don't know. I'm like looking.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, that is a critical. Whether it's a critical hit or a miss, I will let everyone know right after these little break that we take to
Oh,
get
no.
a drink, go to the bathroom. Friends, what's gonna happen with Kloo? Will Kloo make it out of here? Will this missive be delivered? Come back in about 10 minutes and we'll see. How about that? So yeah, thanks friends. We'll be right back. We're just gonna take a quick little break and see where we are. See ya. We're back. Hello, friends. This is again... What the fuck, Meg? Jesus Christ. Alright, this is... Okay. What, I don't know what's going on anymore. So, okay, yeah.
I wasn't quite ready.
This is great. We're all ready. Everything's good. We're having fun.
Okay.
Welcome back, Meg. We are ready to jump back in. Thanks for sticking with us, friends. We hope you managed your fluids over break. And we last left off with a critical roll being either a critical hit or a critical miss. As the portcullis begins to pick up speed, Kloo, you're dashing through the air as fast as your flaming hooves can take you. And you duck whoosh, right under this portcullis as you hear it whoosh, slam into the stone and rock below. You roll a critical hit.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. Ugh, that takes a couple... That'll make me fart a couple charcoal bits after that one.
Okay, yeah. You hear him sizzling on the ground.
Okay. Whew.
As you slowly continue down that tunnel, up to where you kind of remember the staircase was leading up, the sounds of the city die out behind you, the shouts of dwarves who perhaps are a bit more singed because of you.
Oh no! They got a good hammer though, so...
Sure. That won't have ramifications, I'm sure.
Was that important?
Meg, everything is important.
Okay.
You now reach the staircase leading up. This one is a bit smaller. This staircase is a little thinner.
Okay.
You are still in the ethereal plane. If you would like, you can ascend the stairs here, go back to the material plane, all kinds of different things. What, at this point, would you like to do? Hi, Milk.
Let's go back out of the ethereal plane. So,
Okay.
leave the land of the hot hell bread, I guess. So, let's leave. So,
All right.
plus Kloo hates the ethereal plane, right? Anyways, so...
With good reason. Look what just happened.
Yeah. Okay.
As you then stride out of the ethereal plane into the material plane, the world around you seems to quickly just fade in age. The same walls, the same stairs,
Okay.
but everything is worn by time.
Okay.
The dust that you kick up now beneath your feet has been eons in the making. And any faintest sound that you heard remaining from that village has faded off again into the distance.
Okay.
And somehow you think you hear a Goliath's voice, like on the wind, say, "Is Kloo back yet?"
Oh no. Okay, and I snap back to shit. The job, my family, my internship family, my real family. I'm starting to get confused. These oats aren't quite worth this trip. It's fine. It's fine. And I take a deep breath and I keep on walking. I
Up the stairs?
walk the stairs. Yep.
Okay. You do remember that these stairs were heavily booby-trapped as you ascend them.
Oh, I fly up the stairs.
Okay. Your hoofbeats, again, the ceiling's not super tall, but your hoofbeats are about 3 feet off the stairs themselves. as you ascend. Probably wise. And you get now to the kind of entryway to this area. There are 4 different staircases descending downward. You just came
wait.
up from one of them.
Okay.
And there's kind of like, it looks like a little sort of foyer rotunda area here. This might be like the greeting area for the dwarves when people would come down from the surface. In front of you going up is a much, much wider, much larger stairway.
Okay.
This is the stairway that you had used to descend itself.
Okay.
So where would you like to go?
Is this room bougie? Or is it all old?
It is really interestingly decorated, even for being superly old. The carvings in the walls depict this 3D sort of when you would like make a scene in a diorama. There we go. It like there are dioramas seemingly carved back into these areas. Most of them are dwarven height, so you would have to kind of stoop a little bit to get a really good look in there. But yeah, it is lit by a few kind of dark red crystals that light up more as you approach them. And then you have the large staircase going up and 3 others going down.
Okay. So, Kloo goes like, man, all right, this envelope, we probably have to use the stairs going up to get to that envelope. But first, this room looks kind of expensive, and all these people were going to kill me, so maybe I should bring something worth some money so I can get some fancier oats, some oats that weren't burnt in the fires of Avernus or something, or whatever, the nuclear Avernus? Okay. So, Kloo goes around the room and rips off anything or takes anything that he can from that room.
Okay. You're just like destroying stuff? You're just kind of ripping off the wall? Hi, Darcy.
Hi, Darcy.
You're good.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're just destroying stuff, or are you trying to like steal something, or
Steal. I want to steal what I can. Yeah. Is it yellow? Is everything marked yellow or marked red in this room?
that Baldur's Gate nonsense means nothing here.
Damn.
Yeah, you start kind of ripping the diorama off a bit. You're in your mouth, you're sort of breaking a bit of the ornate, intricately carved stone pieces that are somewhat fragile, though have lasted for a long time. You're certainly ruining history here. There are the crystals.
I feel a little bad.
The crystals on the walls that you could try to rip down. Other than that, there's not a ton to steal, other than like maybe some figurines that you've broken off of the dioramas themselves. It's up to you.
Kloo is realizing that this is ethically terrible. Is there like a
Or do you want to like look around for anything like really specific?
Yeah.
Or... Okay, give me a perception check.
Hi, Kloo doesn't want to steal history.
Andy,
Yes.
how do I make a perception check?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just roll the wisdom.
Oh.
Good question. You are not trained in perception.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You rolled. Fucking wow! Another critical hit. That's 2 in a row. Oh, Meg. Oh. You discover a couple things. You see what appears to be a hidden entrance
Oh, hell
in the side of the wall.
Oh,
And
hell
if
yeah.
you were to just sort of push on it, you might be able to move into a couple tunnels beyond. You also see that one of the staircases going down is trapped heavily from here.
Okay.
And then something sort of disconcerting.
Okay.
As you and your family had descended into this room and then picked one of the stairways to go down, you see fairly recent footprints leading down another stairway.
Another stairway?
Another stairway.
So, like, not family's footsteps.
Not the family's footsteps. With a
Uh-oh.
critical hit, you have a hard time telling the difference between humanoid footprints. So
Okay.
it looks like maybe there's 3 different sizes of humanoid footprints. And then there are giant hoof prints. And you put your own hoof sort of next to them. They are larger than yours.
Okay.
And
I think.
it's weird that you kind of know this, but you're fairly smart. They are bipedal hoof prints. So only 2 feet. Not like the 4-footed hoof prints of cows or horses or something like that.
2 feet, but they look like horse?
They are
footprints?
hooves, you would understand. But whatever creature is walking with these hooves is
Ah.
2-footed instead of 4.
What's the guy from the Chronicles of Narnia called?
A satyr?
Yeah, okay.
They are much larger than a satyr.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But the right idea.
Okay. Uh Interesting. Kloo doesn't want to spend a lot of time on those because because Kloo doesn't have a lot of HP. But can I sniff them?
Yeah. You kind of... I'll keep your 20 perception with that. You begin to kind of sniff the hoof prints in these. Ooh. Have you ever met any of these people? No. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
These are all new.
Okay.
And also echoing now through
Smell it?
some of these staircases. You hear a large boom, a small, maybe explosion somewhere deep. You feel the ground kind of rumble around you.
Kloo would like to be outdoors now. Um.
You hear another explosion. What would you like to do?
Oh, leave! Leave! I'm
You have
not
so
paid
many
enough.
options. Where are you heading? Up the main staircase?
But there was a secret tunnel. Oh, where's... So I have... How many things are in the secret tunnel?
You
Or
haven't
in the
opened the door
secret
yet.
door?
Yeah.
Oh. Open that door.
All right, you kind of go over there. You hear a distant sort of yell or scream, some echoing again throughout several of the different stairways. You rush over to the door, push with your hoof onto the stone itself, and it takes a second, but it kind of gives. And you see it slide effortlessly then off to the right. This is a tunnel whose crystals begin to light up now that these are opened. And you see several rooms with doors themselves going left and right off of this tunnel that goes back about 30 feet. It's a little small, but you could kind of squish your way in there.
This feels like Andy knows that Megan likes shiny things. And this is a bad distraction, but it's working. Okay, Kloo goes in. No, Kloo wouldn't like the shiny things. Can Kloo lick one of the crystals? without stepping his whole body into the room?
No.
This
There's one
feels-
crystal in the room that you're in that you could go and lick.
Can I go lick that?
All right, you trot over there. You have to sort of fly up just a little bit, and you reach up with your sort of skeletal tongue. I know there's no bones in tongues, but for some reason you have a bone tongue. And you
Yeah.
whoosh, give it a lick.
Okay.
It kind of like glows a little bit brighter when you do that.
Gross. Kloo is tempted, but Kloo already effed around and found out. So, and we're gonna have to come back this way later.
As
All
you're
right.
contemplating this, you hear another deep explosion.
Maybe they're mining the crystals.
There should be no living people down there other than your friends.
Oh, Kloo should probably get back to the Wait. So the new footsteps are in the same stairwell as our footsteps were previously?
Nope, they went down a
Different
different
stairs.
stairs. Yep.
Okay. Kloo. Kloo's going upstairs. Kloo will deal with this later.
Okay.
So take the upstairs route.
All right. Again, you
And-
sort of steel yourself, remind yourself exactly what the task was. And
Oats.
well, that's not what I was considering, but we'll say Kloo is considering that as well. And you begin to fly up the stairs. Then again, you fly fast. You're going over the pit that had dropped out. You see the scorch marks on the walls from the trap of the large fireball that rushed down toward your friends. You keep
that
on
happened.
riding up and up and up. You get to the top. You see the corpses of gigantic insects around that you had fought on your way back down. And you move out now toward the opening. And as you push the cellar door sort of up and out, you are immediately blasted with a gigantic cold wind. And this wind just begins to howl around you. You are freezing. This desert city shouldn't be this cold, but you've come to recognize it as whatever weird fucking magic that you and your friends are getting into.
Okay.
It's supposed to be cold, I guess, at this point. You're not sure
Okay.
why, but whatever. They didn't seem too concerned with it.
Can I make myself like can I make myself like a flame scarf out of like some of my hair to feel that won't work? Maybe.
Give me a dexterity roll. And what did you roll? You rolled an 18.
Am I supposed to tell you? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I keep forgetting. I can always look. You rolled an 18. That's very good. You're starting to get more control over extending your flames out of what's going on here. You now kind of wrap a warm, fiery scarf around you. You do really dislike this cold, and it may just be in your imagination, but it feels much worse than it did early this morning. It is much colder. As you're sort of staring out into the empty streets of this place, you now see someone trudging through the snow, bundled, cold, and they're moving over across the sort of plaza that you're next to. And it looks like they're kind of moving in. But next to them, the wind sort of picks up, and a small, like a tiny twister begins to pull snow up and around them. And as that sort of moves, you see the creature sort of lurch for a second. And then it reaches forward as ice just encapsulates this person right in front of you.
Okay.
They are frozen solid. this is dangerous. You've seen some frozen things in the city, but you've never just seen someone freeze in the middle of town. And for some reason, you feel that magic that the dwarf had given you kind of activate again in your head. And you hear a voice. Pardon me, friend. Would you happen to spare just a bit of time to help us out? Help me out specifically. And you're kind of looking around and you don't really see anything. You do see... well, give me a perception. So give me a wisdom roll.
Okay. Thank you.
That's a 7.
7.
You don't at first actually see the source of this voice.
Okay.
But you feel like you could respond to them. Which makes you wonder, yeah, that spell from another plane of existence is lingering on you. You can feel its magic. And you feel a little connected to this creature that spoke out to you. What would you like to do? You're still kind of in place. You're not like out in the elements quite yet. There is still kind of an overhang. You're a bit protected right here. But you feel that voice came from somewhere further out.
And Kloo doesn't have like a fire, like can he spit fire or anything like that, like an ignis? You know what I mean?
I know what you
Nothing
mean.
like that, correct?
Nothing necessarily like that. It seems like you're starting to gain more control over your fire, but yeah, nothing quite like that yet.
Okay. So I guess I'll just... Well, but I want to help that person who just froze.
And you can speak to them. Yeah, you could hear them, so probably they can hear you.
Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Is
hello.
there a is there just like a nice little tavern nearby?
Tavern? What's a tavern? What's a tavern? I'm sorry, I'm
What?
not familiar.
What?
I have a house with my friends. Hopefully they're okay.
Yeah, that. Okay,
Sure.
yeah, that. Has it been cold all day?
Well, it got much worse, and I got caught in it.
Oh, okay. Let's. Yeah, literally caught. Kloo surveys the situation. Can Kloo use? Hold, please. Can Kloo use the grand?
Not yet. Nope.
No. Okay.
It's a
How can I
secret.
get them un?
Well, you don't know who is even talking to you yet.
Is that you looking rather chilly in front of me?
I'm a little off to your right.
Okay.
If you were to step out, I could guide you.
Oh God, everything. feels
And
like
that's
a
not the
plan.
creature that just froze in front of you. That's off way to your left.
Oh,
There's
okay.
something else off to your right, evidently.
Can I
He
tell if that
says.
person's okay or not?
The one that froze in town square?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not okay.
Like,
You see him frozen solid in a block of ice.
like
That's not
beyond
good.
saving or no?
I mean, maybe, yeah. You'd have to go and investigate it. But that doesn't seem to be whatever voice is talking to you.
That's all right. Kloo gets the vibes that the one frozen knows more about oats, so goes to investigate the frozen person.
Well, you won't help?
Sure, sure, absolutely.
I can just barely see you over the snow.
Okay. Trust the process, Kloo. All right. Both of them probably know what oats are, so Kloo takes a deep breath and braces himself for the snow, covering his horse nostrils with the scarf that was made by the flaming
Okay. Yeah.
hair.
Scarf. So yeah, what would you like to do?
Go see the person who's talking
So
to.
you don't see a person who's talking to you. Is the problem?
Then I
They
guess-
said they were off to the right a little bit. You see snow off to your right.
Can Kloo take the fabricated scarf that they made out of hair out of Iron's mouth and like fling it to try and like create a path in the snow with the using the burning
Yeah.
scarf?
Give me another dexterity check.
Okay.
See how good you are at this.
Oh. That's what is that?
The first one, whatever that is, 17.
17. Okay.
Well done. Yeah, with the 17, the flames sort of like a whip, like as you're sort of whipping the scarf, whoosh, the flames begin to clear a path in the snow, and you hear a voice. Yes, a little bit more to your right. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Sort of clear that area. You begin to clear it away, and the scarf begins to hit something, and you clear the snow off of a mound of ice that is about a foot and a half tall, maybe.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Encasing a dark figure that's, I don't know, like not that big, only maybe a foot or two long itself. But you see something, it seems to be trapped in this mound of ice.
Okay.
And you hear the voice. Oh, I can see you much clearer now. Thank you. Is there anything you could do for me?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Kloo clears his throat, and he realizes that so the guy is entrapped in ice completely. Yes.
It seems to be, yeah. Probably a very short person, because it is not a large amount of ice.
Sure. So Kloo would like to utilize the charcoal farting mechanism to see if that charcoal
Okay.
will burn.
You're aiming it at the ice mound?
Unfortunately, I tell him to close his eyes, but yes.
Okay, sure. Give me a dexterity check to see if you can aim these.
No. That didn't work. Hello?
Should have worked. It's a 16. You're able to aim them fairly well. I have to give another attack to Kloo now, evidently. You're able to aim them fairly well. Some of them just kind of fall next to you. They fall into the snow instead of on the wooden doors of the entrance that you've had. You shoot a couple in that direction, and they do seem to be burning or melting some of the ice. It's not doing it a lot.
Okay.
So it seems like there's something else that needs to happen. If you want to try to save whatever this is.
Yes, okay. Hang in there, All right.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Just hang on a second, okay?
Sure.
Can I go into the ethereal plane?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
You dip into the ethereal plane, and finally, this is the ethereal plane that you understand. The
Okay.
buildings around you turn immediately to like this kind of smoky, like silvery outline of a building.
Okay.
You're immediately less cold, even though naturally there's still a wind in the ethereal plane. It is nothing quite like what it was.
Okay.
You, however, don't see that mound here at all.
Okay. It is warmer. Oh shit. items aren't real in the ethereal plane, are they?
Your items are, supposedly. But, like, buildings and man-made items, no, from the material. If you didn't bring them with you,
Okay.
they're just sort of ghostly markings.
And the people aren't real either. Okay. Kloo goes back to the normal plane.
Okay.
Sorry. I mean, okay, so the charcoal was sort of helpful. And
You hear a voice kind of weakly. I don't know if I have much time.
oh god, okay,
Things are
god,
starting to go
okay.
dark.
No, that's just, it's getting dark out, don't worry. Kloo uses the hooves on them in like a panic.
Your flaming hooves immediately then start to kind of crash down on this ice. You're breaking it. You're beginning to melt it. You sort of sift through a little bit of now the broken sort of encasing that this creature was in, and you see now in front of you a rather large black cat with blue eyes.
Aww.
Now kind of weakly staring up at you. And you hear its voice. Wow, you saved me, thank you. How could I ever repay you?
Well, I really like cats.
you come-
So I want the cat to be okay.
Would you come to my friend's house with me?
Yes, absolutely. Lead the way. Don't stay
Oh.
near me. Don't touch me. Probably.
You see him
Probably
taking
I'm.
fairly large breaths and stuff.
Okay, good.
He says, "Oh, why could not I touch you?"
Well, I'm made of fire, so convenient to have around, not to touch. I
That's-
think.
Oh. He leaps up immediately on your back and starts kind of like nuzzling with his paws a bit into you. I don't mind fire at all.
Oh, he's perfect. I'm
You see
fine
him
with
even
this.
kind of like snuggle under your fiery scarf a little bit. And he says, "Oh, that's so much better. Oh, thank you so much. Could we... Okay, so if you go up 2 streets and take a right.
And Kloo, go ahead.
Yes, it'll be the 3rd house then on the left."
Okay, so Kloo is a little disgruntled that this cat is fine with fire, but Kloo also just ate bread that was wildly on fire
Indeed.
and got damage from that, even though you're not even supposed to be in pain from fire. So, Kloo is not going to think about it too much and go to their house, friend's house.
All right. As you begin to kind of rush through the town square then to get over to that alleyway, you notice... Ooh, it got darker. You notice several of those small kind of whipping up tornadoes kind of forming around you. It is incredibly cold. It has gotten so much worse now that you're out kind of in the elements, to the point where you're starting to wonder if you're going to make it. You speed up a little bit, and you hear the voice, "Just over here on the left then." And you kind of rush up to the door, knock it in a little bit to get in and out of the elements. You hear the door kind of slam then behind you. The cat kind of puts his paw on you to sort of comfort you a little bit because he can tell you're breathing now heavily. That was unpleasant. To get it out of the elements is excellent.
Okay.
And you notice there's no fire, there's no light necessarily in here, and it is starting to get dark out. It is just a little bit until 7 o'clock, it seems.
Okay.
You kind of settle your nerves for just a second, and you see movement in this place. You first see a small badger come out from behind a bookcase.
So cute. Okay.
Then a fairly large out.
A badger?
So
Coming
yeah,
out
a
from
badger.
something?
You see a fairly large warthog come out of there. You see a couple rats stick out their nose behind that.
Okay.
You then see a crab sort of scuttle its way across the floor. And you hear the majestic sounds of an eagle now flitting and then perching on a bookcase, cawing a little bit at some of you. But the caws, again, take a second. Your brain seems to, like, make sense of it. You've never been able to talk to an eagle before, but you hear now a voice.
Billings, what have you brought us? What is this? Who is this?
And you hear the cat. My friends, please. This isn't. I got caught in the snow, in the ice. My new friend, he saved me. Friend, this is Bees, Bob, Bad Boy, Bit, Bjorken, Boren, and I'm called Billings.
Pleasure. And Kloo's like looking around with like the horse nervous eyes. They can like see a bunch of things at once
Sure.
to try and like make sure that I'm not going to be murdered. And then
Sure.
well, when in Rome, if there's a lot of animals that live in a house, you know what there might be? And Kloo goes, it's a pleasure. I'm looking for something in this town, but first, do you guys have any oats?
Oats? Says the boar, named Bob.
Why,
Yes,
I stole some oats the other day. They're somewhat tasty.
could I give them a try? I'm rather peckish after going through like 2 ethereal planes. Just putting it out there.
Does your
A little
kind
target.
eat oats? Says the eagle. Our friend may eat whatever they want.
Eagle, do not assume anything about Kloo. OMG.
My
That
name
is
is
so rude.
Boren.
Oh, it was the boar. Okay, my apologies, Boren. But yeah, oats, and then maybe we could talk more. You all seem like the most lovely bunch. Like a little. You all have matching names. That means that you guys are like best friends. So yeah, let's all talk over a bunch of oats.
We've become friends, yes. You see the warthog sort of like pulling through with one of his tusks a small
Okay.
bag
Cute.
of oats.
Aw.
Please don't eat all of them. Food just a bit scarce out here.
Yeah? How long? Okay, and then Kloo takes like a polite mouthful, but like an interested mouthful.
Okay. You now realize you've had oats several times before. Charity has fed you oats. You just had no
Okay.
clue that they were oats. You've tasted these
Okay.
a few times, and you're like, oh shit, like this is what oats are. This is what horses eat. It's not bad. It doesn't again satisfy you or anything like that.
Sure.
But yeah, they actually taste okay.
Huh. Okay. I came here all the way, really just soul searching a little, and I was like, with my internship family, and like thinking that all that I needed was some oats to feel like a normal horse again, but I was never really a horse. These were originally a Pegasus or something, and then tragic. Anyways,
I know a few Pegasi, yes.
I'm just feeling like maybe oats aren't everything to life, you know? I'm more of a life adventure, so I don't. Maybe oats aren't all that I thought they'd be. Maybe it's the family that I made along the way. Definitely.
Oh.
Definitely. Okay. Well,
Of,
anyways, Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
It's
Are
okay.
you,
These oats are terrible.
are you lost? Have you lost your family?
No, these oats are terrible, and now I just want to go back to my normal day job.
Oh,
But you've been lovely.
sorry about that.
It's fine. Um do how so is it always cold here?
No. Um, it was a bit warmer a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Uh, I. Yeah, something has happened to us. We're not exactly sure. We don't. We're unable to get home.
Hmm.
We're
Since
sort of
this
stuck here.
since this snowstorm. Or for forever.
We've lost our connection a couple nights ago.
Is that when the storms all started?
No, the storm's been cold for a while. Not as much bad as today. And I was silly to go out in it.
Who did you lose connection to?
Our druid.
Oh no.
Don't get me wrong, they were terrible.
Okay.
Awful.
Good.
They
Okay.
were a very awful person, but they
Okay.
have summoned us here. And then
And then
something
left
happened
you?
to them. We're unable to get back to, where we come from.
Wait, are you saying that the druid summoned all the cute animals and then left? Oh my god.
Not all of us are cute.
Okay.
You hear the crab go, "Fuck you."
So sad.
No,
Kloo.
fuck her. She was terrible. It's just we just don't know how to get back now.
Oh,
What are you doing? What are you do you have a place of your own, or do you need to stay
well,
with us?
I'm actually searching for a temple. Have you heard the Temple of Ryn before?
You hear a couple of rats. Oh fuck yeah, we've been there. Okay, so that's that big place that's like north in the north part of the city, right? That's so it's like yeah, that we've been there.
Okay.
Yeah, we had about 800 of our brothers and sisters, and most of them are gone now. We were connected with them, and we could see through their minds, and we were also connected with the druid, and that was scary. And we found some people at one point, and that we were looking for, and we've been inside the temple, and I know the temple pretty well, or at least, I mean, I'd never been there, but some of my brothers who died, they were there.
What
so
happened
I
to
know
the
it.
brothers? What was the last thing that you saw before your brothers died in the temple?
Oh, well, there's a dude in the temple that got real mad at him.
What did they do?
I'm not exactly sure. They were floating, and then they were shot over in one direction, and then they sort of exploded. It was wild. Have you ever experienced exploding?
Tuesdays, you know?
Oh,
Am I
sure,
right?
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Most of them froze though, because fuck. I mean, the weather. It's.
yeah,
I mean, people are just
yeah.
fucking freezing in the street. This is real bad.
Well, uh, would, uh, would anyone be interested to, you know what? Can I, can I stay here at night and then try to go to the temple and hope that the weather gets better? How's that work?
You're more than welcome to. It
Okay.
seemed like the family was quite urgent about you getting the letter as fast as you possibly could.
Okay,
And
so maybe
returning.
not. So who do I have? I have a warthog, an eagle, ratatouille.
You should also be able to see them on your on your roll 20
sorry.
screen. No, you're good.
Thank you. Hi, friends. Oh, I love them all, especially the crab. Okay. And the cat. But I don't want anybody to freeze to death. Badger, burrow. How big is this badger?
He's a large, kind of rotund badger. So yeah, he's bigger than the cat.
Okay. How and then how far is the temple from here?
No, it's we could get there if we travel pretty quickly. We could probably get there in about half an hour.
We wouldn't survive half an hour though.
I was about to say I was only outside for, well, maybe 15 minutes, and I froze solid.
Okay. I can travel.
Are you trying to get to the temple?
Perchance. Perchance.
Okay. Could we help you? Do you need help?
Well, yeah, yes. Kloo hates oats now. Just wants to get back to his family. But these people are nice, so sure. But do you think like could you burrow us a burrow to the temple? Is that too far? Could we I don't know. What do you guys think you could do?
The weasel speaks up at this point. We could take the tunnel.
You
And everyone looks at him.
have a tunnel?
We have a tunnel? Well, I mean, there's a tunnel is back there. We don't mind. He's going to the tunnel, and I think it takes us most of the way there. And Mr. Billin says, like,
Absolutely.
why the fuck did I have to go outside to... never mind. Evidently we have a tunnel that the weasel knows. His name is Bees, by the way.
Bees.
I suppose we could go in that direction for a bit.
Sure. I would gladly come with the weasel. Ask him to join since I guess this is his tunnel. I would say avoid the rats because last time part of them were there, they got murdered.
You hear? No, we want to go. That'd be really fun. Yeah. We could
Okay.
maybe bite the ankles of that fucking dude. That would
you
be
know
kind of
what?
rad.
Yeah. Okay. So the rats are invited. I want the cat to stay very safe, so I tell the cat to, you've had a day. Please stay so that you can.
Oh no, I
yourself
couldn't
warm.
leave you. Of course not.
You
No,
just met me 5 minutes ago, but you're very kind.
You're in need of help. I owe you my life.
Okay. All right. So we all go down this tunnel.
I'm sorry, I should note. Not all of us maybe realize this because many of us, this is the first time they've been summoned to the material plane, and they are not as understanding of the situation.
And the
Okay.
crab goes, fuck you! Just talk to my face! Just talk to my face!
Well, it is understood by some that when we get summoned here, when we do perish, we do go home.
Right. That's true.
So
Okay.
I've been attempting to let them know that perhaps we get frozen ourselves and return that way.
Okay.
And the cat goes, okay, yes, I understand that is possibly one way to do this. But there's something in me that feels there is more for us in this plane than simply serving the will of that terrible creature. Let us help you.
Awesome.
It'll calm my soul to be able to do so. And we should greet our demise in this world gladly at that point.
Okay. Kloo says, I thought that oats were the answer, but it's just adventuring. So yes, with a group of adventurers, we would go forward, and then Kloo heads towards the tunnel.
All right, yeah, you follow the weasel. The weasel sort of heads over to a break in the floorboards, and then squeezes his little like furry butt.
Okay.
And this small weasel barely fits into here. And the warthog goes,
Oh, no.
"Bees," and you hear from in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Well, did you notice that this tunnel entrance is not large enough for barely any of us?
Although you see the rats, whee, jump straight in.
Yeah. Good.
If you want, you could try to like break it more. You do feel underneath your hooves that there is some hollowness to the ground.
Okay. Sure. You give it a try.
Good. Give me an attack roll. In your character sheet there. So that should be on the right side of it.
For hooves.
The hooves. A 9. Yeah, a 9 will hit. And do a little bit of damage. You start breaking it. And it takes a little bit here. It's kind of slowing you down a little bit. And it's getting dark outside. But you do crash then kind of through. And you lightly trot through the air down into the tunnel. A couple of them sort of fall in and kind of tumble over each other a little bit.
Okay, well, I suppose that's one way to do this. Perhaps we go onward.
And several of them climb up on top of you if you're willing to let them ride.
Yes, of course.
The eagle perches kind of on your butt. The cat, again, sort of snuggles into your fiery scarf. And the weasel bounds forward in front of you, with a few of the rats leading the way.
I adore this.
And you travel for about, like, kind of 15 minutes in this direction until you kind of come to a caved-in area of this excuse me, of this small tunnel. And one of them says, like, okay, well, I think we could go over here and I believe there's some stairs, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And then one of the rats sort of yells back, because it seems like they've already kind of gone ahead.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, bit of a problem here. That's a big-ass trap. That would impale us, I think, if we stepped on it. So I'm a little worried about this. And they point at one of the stairs that kind of someone would step on. Seems like a pressure plate, maybe, and spark a trap. But it looks like there's some stairs.
Okay. Well, can I fly over the stairs or no? What then? Is everyone on my back? Can I fly over them or no?
You can. It's not very tall, so it would take, like, you would have to sort of float and then crouch in midair, and kind of at the same time to do this.
Okay.
So I'll do you carry everyone on your back?
Yep.
As many as they can. The eagle flies ahead.
Yeah.
The cat leaps over it easily.
Okay.
But there's like a couple steps here that might be hard for some of them. Yes, go ahead and give me a dexterity roll to see how well you're able to avoid this trap with all of these animals on top of you.
Yeah. Oh no.
Hey Meg, what'd you roll? I'm sorry?
I don't know, Andy.
You don't know? I do. That's a 4 total. You slip in midair just a tiny bit, and your hoof grazes one of the steps. You hear distinctly a loud click. You know the trap is about to activate. Would you like to try to take the brunt of all of this? Or would you like to try to dodge it as best you can? If you take the brunt of this, it would be a lot less damage to everyone else who's on your back. If you try to avoid it, I'm going to make everyone roll to try to avoid it separately. So that's up to you.
Can I do neither?
Nope.
Can I? Are you sure?
I mean, what would neither be? I don't even know what.
Really fast go into the ethereal plane with everyone on my back?
Ooh. I'm going to make you roll for that.
Okay.
If you fail, everyone will fail and take the brunt of the damage. If it's a trap like any that you've seen so far, all the animals on your back will probably not make it. That's a bit of a risk, but it would mean that they're all saved if you pull it off.
And the fun part of D&D is that you don't know the number that I don't know the number that I need to roll.
Correct.
Oh shit.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, let's do the ethereal plane.
Give me a dexterity roll.
Can I get advantage if I yell hold on?
Yes.
Yes! Alright.
All right.
Do I have to do that in roll 20 or no?
Nope, it'll roll dice
Okay.
twice. We'll just take the higher of the two.
Okay, you said dex, right?
Yes. The first one was a crit miss. That would have ended tonight's session. The second one is a 12. As the spikes come out of the wall, the eagle looks on in horror as the spikes whoosh, slam into the wall. But his friends were not there.
Oh.
He looks
okay.
closely. None of you are among the spikes. None of you are... He sees no blood on the ground. He sees nothing. You, in the ethereal plane, see this ghostly essence of spikes just going through your body.
Sure.
You can easily step out of these,
Okay.
if you would like.
Yes.
You ascend the stairs a little bit further,
Yes.
pop back into reality.
Okay.
And though gruff, you see the eagle.
Oh, thank God. You're all here. I thought the worst. I thought you just went home.
Yeah. Went home. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Whew. I wiped. No, I don't have hands. I'd wipe sweat from my brow.
You wipe the sweat from your brow onto the warthog, who's now like trotting behind you past the spikes that have activated. And you've now made it. You break through the bottom of the floor of what appears to be a rather large business that seems to be out, not operating at the moment. It's dark in here. You hear the wind whipping around the building.
Okay.
But this place is filled with clothing of some sort.
Yeah.
That some people
Dress up.
enjoy. As you and your friends look out the window, you do see across... It would be like a 50-yard dash to get to the gates of the Temple of Ryn from here.
Okay.
But you would have to go out into the snow.
Okay. Dress up time. Oh my god. All right. Okay. So you said clothing store, yes?
Yes. Lots
Right.
of fabric, lots of pre-made clothes.
What do we have? We have a warthog. We have. I mean, if it's just
A
there,
weasel,
we could
couple rats.
probably sprint. Just to be safe,
Yes.
I take the rats and the weasel,
Mm-hmm.
and I suggest them to take a piece of fabric and roll themselves in it like a burrito style.
Mm-hmm.
Keep themselves warm. And they can be placed back on my back. But then if we need to fight, all right. The eagle only gets. Is there any clothes, or is it just
Yeah,
fabric?
no. Clothes, fabric, yeah, all kinds of pre-made stuff
Everything.
for
Cute.
kids to adults, lots of different sizes.
Yes. Okay, so I take the eagle's wearing a beanie, so the
Okay.
eagle gets a little beanie
Right.
and a little vest.
Yep. The warthog
Um,
pulls over a tiny scarf for the eagle as well.
Thank you. I love it. So they're all dressed to the nines for the weather. I've decided that the weasels and the rats, since I could hold them and they're of holding size, that I could make like a sling to put them in and hold and carry them here
Sure.
to make sure that
With-
they're safe. Also, they're smaller.
With the help of your friends, there's a like a large satchel that you could sort of
Perfect.
sling around your back and
Sure.
stuff. That would hold the weasel and the rats, certainly.
Sure. So weasel and rat sack, and then cat, warthog, eagle. I'll just get extra fabric on top, and then we attempt. Am I missing someone?
No, not at all. Yeah, that's everyone. They could sort of ride on that. You here?
Wait, but I haven't left. Can I continue raiding this place?
Sure. Yeah. What else you want?
Sewing. Oh no, I should have paid more attention to what my mom told me. Okay. Can I grab a couple sewing needles?
As you think back to your Pegasus mother,
Yeah.
you do remember a few distinct things about sewing needles. Mostly, you don't need clothes, so stop playing with sewing needles. You didn't listen to her often,
No.
and would continue to play with sewing needles, attempting to make fabric connect to each other, poorly, but you know what? You did it sometimes, so.
Yeah. So I would like to procure some some sewing needles. What else does sewing things have? Can I see, do they have any like what's it called? Like fake jewelry, or like jewelry that looks like jewelry but it's not like a fancy stone or anything. Do they have any of that here?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, there's some gaudy jewelry, kind of
Okay.
in the corner.
Can
some
I-
really long necklaces.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to wear one because if I don't like oats, then I need a new interest, which I guess will be shiny long pearls. But I will also take a couple for my inventory if available to maybe barter if I have to. With
Okay.
people at the temple.
Yeah, so you kind of look through. You don't exactly know what's valuable to people.
Okay.
Doesn't make a lot of sense, but you take some pieces. And again, in your mouth, as you sort of swallow them, you put them into your like
gross.
sort of ethereal pouch.
Yes. Gross.
And then you wear one that's long. In between each of the pearls, there's sort of like a blue, what looks to be like a sort of gem in the shape of like a blue and white flower.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
And you put that on.
All right. Now I'm ready to roll.
All right. All your friends who are dressed up, Billing, who's in the scarf, says, "We're all ready. Actually, I don't know what to call you. I suppose you're one of us now. But
Well,
do you have a name?"
I think I should be polite with how you guys work. You know, my real name's Kloo, but if everybody's name starts with B, you can
I
call
have
me
a
Blue.
suggestion. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say blue because, like, your black hair is kind of blue in some lights.
Sure. Yep. Yes. Well,
Well, welcome, Blue.
great to meet all of you.
Yeah.
And you sort of position yourself at the door, ready to sprint toward the temple, or what's your plan here?
Yes, right.
All right. Let's go ahead and start with a Let's start with a strength roll.
Okay.
A 9. You burst out of the door. Try to immediately run as fast as you can, but you start to slip just a little bit on the ice, and so you have to pick yourself up into the air a little bit more, riding over the tops of the snow. Something feels kind of weird. You're like riding on the ground is much faster for you. Riding in the air is just like a little bit slower, but at least you're not slipping.
Sure.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw as you see in front of you one of those twisters begin to form.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
13.
13. With a 13, you have to sort of slide to a stop and bank left in midair. Your hooves go sideways, essentially, in the air, and you dodge that tornado, but just barely.
Okay.
You're gonna take. 6 cold damage.
Okay.
Oh, you're at 22. Excellent. Then I need a Constitution roll, as you're disoriented just a little bit. You're trying to dodge these things. You're trying to run as fast as you can.
Okay.
Ooh, that's an 18.
Yeah.
Something, though, sort of deep in you, like sparks again. You feel that you've tried oats. You've now gotten these sparkly things.
Yes.
But you recognize the thing that is propelling you the most is not necessarily just the newest obsession, but it's that feeling of friends again. The people around you that you're helping. And you think back to Charity. Your mind connects even just once more with Charity. And you feel pity somewhere deep inside. You're not exactly sure if that's yours or Charity's.
Okay.
But your friend is going through something, it seems.
Okay.
You continue on. You're picking up speed. You feel confident. You land on the ground again.
Okay.
You are going fast.
Yes.
Your connection to this material world is powerful. You're kicking up the snow behind you. You hear his name is Mr. Billings, but we haven't called him that yet. But Mr. Billings immediately begins to go, "Oh my gosh, this is so fast. We'll get there in no time." And you see the guards have seen you up ahead.
Okay.
You see them closing the gates of this place and beginning to draw weapons.
What the crap? Oh, I am a hell horse. All right. Well, but still, what the crap? I'm cold.
If you want, you feel you could slip into the ethereal plane.
No.
Fly over the gates.
I'm flying over the gates.
All right.
F
You
that.
take immediately to the air.
Wait. Oh, well, shit, too late.
As one of them pulls out a hand crossbow.
Why do you all have arrows?
Attempt to stop you.
Shit. Okay.
Roll the 3. You're good.
Okay.
The arrow whizzes through the air. You immediately get over the gates. You hear shouting then sort of up ahead. They're hyper aware of you now entering the grounds of this temple.
Okay.
They're beginning to shut the doors in front of you. But you do remember that portcullis dropping, and you made that. Do you want to try to make this too?
Sure. Sure.
Give me
Yep.
a strength roll.
Okay. Oh, please.
11. As you're approaching, you hear arrows whizzing by. You feel the eagle take off of your back, now flying next to you. You see him like catch one of the arrows in front of you in his talons.
Oh, in his talons.
In his
Okay.
talons. One of them grazes you, though,
Okay.
and it begins to kind of put you off balance a little bit
Okay.
as you're treading through the air.
Okay.
You don't think you're gonna make it. You're gonna either slam straight into these doors, or you need to figure out a different way to get in. You don't think you're gonna make it before they shut. What would you like?
Okay. I mean, it feels like the only option is the ethereal plane. But can I get past closed doors in the ethereal plane?
If they're man-made structures, yes, you can walk through those.
Oh, well, yoink. We're all taking a little... What, but the eagle is separate. So I guess he
Yeah.
can fly away. It's okay. Alright, so we're going back to the ethereal plane.
All right. You slip into the ethereal plane with the creatures on you.
Okay.
You do see the eagle next to you sort of fade out
Sure.
of your vision. And then immediately rushing through the ghostly fog of what was the door slamming in front of you.
Yep.
You've now whoosh, made it, at least in the ethereal realm, into the Temple of Ryn.
Okay. Yay!
Well done.
Cool. Thank you. Can I leave the ethereal plane now?
Sure.
Okay.
As you whoosh, materialize in the entryway, you see a small desk and a guard at the desk who does appear asleep at the moment. There are stairs off to the right that seem to lead up and around. But you're not exactly sure where this Yizzak will be.
Can I read?
You can read a little bit of common, yeah.
Is there a map on the guards, or not the guard, the welcome, whatever, that desk?
Yeah, do you want to like sneak over to the desk at all, or sort of trot over?
Well, I would like to sneak over.
Okay. Give me a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh no.
It's a 4. As you approach the desk and sort of lean down to look at some of the papers, you kind of nose a couple of them out of the way. The fiery scarf that's around you begins to catch some of the papers on fire.
Oh no.
And the flames and the heat wake up the guard, who immediately looks up at you, has no clue what he's freaking looking at. Sort of looks around, doesn't see another guard in here, and immediately lunges toward the large bell on the side of the wall next to him.
Oh no.
You hear the rats jump out of your satchel and immediately scurry onto this man. Before he can ring the bell, they start to like scratch and bite a little bit. What would you like to
Okay.
do? Would you like to aid in a fight? Would you like to keep running around looking for this person,
Uh, um,
or anything?
well, I'd like. Can I do two things? We'll see.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably not. Okay. Can I kick him politely so that he takes a little nap and probably doesn't die?
If you'd like to do like like not a killing blow,
non-lethal.
but yeah,
Okay.
non-lethal here. Give me an attack with your hooves.
That's a.
25. You kick him. Roll damage then for that. So go ahead and just click the number there, or the word attack, I think, on there. Yeah, in the
Where?
chat itself, if you click attack, the word attack.
Oh,
in the
sorry.
roll. No, you're good. That's.
What was that
Yeah.
noise?
Yep, that's 19 damage plus 8 fire damage.
Oh
You
no!
kick him through the door leading to a small office entirely. You kick him so hard that the rats who were on him biting him just sort of like
Oh, no.
stand,
Fly.
feel straight. They stay exactly where they are and just kind of like lightly drop. They're fine.
Okay.
You now immediately know that this dude is knocked out in this room, and because he is also on fire, he's beginning to set this room on fire.
Shit. I'm okay.
He is not going to ring the bell, though. He will never ring anything ever again.
It's gonna be fine. He'll get a super potion and he's fine. The room. All right. Did they fireproof this temple?
Who are you asking?
Well,
If you're asking me, you fucking don't know. You have no idea. If you're asking one of the other animals, that's fine.
Can Kloo look at the type of door that is on this office to determine
The shattered, splintered door, yes, that is left. Yeah, you can check that out. What would you like to know about it?
I don't think anything. Okay. Okay, so I turn to the weasel and I go, do they have like a sprinkler system in this building?
Fuck if I
Maybe?
know.
Oh man.
Who fucking
Okay.
knows about that sort of thing?
What
Not
about
I. Not
the
I.
the rats?
Sure. Yeah, don't worry about it. They'll take care of it. It's fine.
Yeah, all right. We're
Maybe
just
we should
gonna
get going, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna leave this situation, huh? Okay, so we're gonna take. You said there's stairs up to an area, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna take those, I guess.
All right, you ride up the stairs. You see large paintings on the wall, depicting some like old men who are in positions of power in this place. Several of them carrying chains wrapped around them with large locked books on them. And then you see just a scorch mark on the wall where like a painting should be. There is
And
some.
it wasn't me.
No, there's some writing above like an entryway, and you see kind of some stairs that spiral up into like towers and whatnot.
Some stairs that spiral into towers?
Yeah.
And that's our only option is stairs.
There's
right
also
now.
there's also an entryway off to your right then, where you can kind of look around on this second floor more if you wanted.
Okay, yes, please.
All right. Yeah, so you start kind of traipsing through the halls of this place. You see you see one of these priests that are carrying one of these large tomes ahead of you, and they say, "Mein Gott, What is the problem here? What are you doing? Who?
All right, it's time for Kloo's grand total of 15 charisma to come into play, maybe.
Okay.
Kloo will attempt to smile and then spit up 2 pieces of costume jewelry.
Okay. Give me a charisma check.
Okay. That was a 9.
That was a 9. You kind of sort of spit in out of this magical plane. Several pieces of jewelry fall on the ground, and you sort of step back, going, He looks entirely confused at this, and steps forward just a little bit, and then he begins to cast a spell. You see him opening his book. The pages themselves flipped, like about 2/3 of the way through the book, and then you see him beginning to sort of cast a spell. Almost expecting this, the weasel has leapt up and wrestled the book that was kind of floating in front of this person. He wrestles it, and it drops to the ground.
Yeah.
And the weasel looks back again. You said rotten? And as the man is trying to grab the book, the weasel's
Good.
trying to bite at him. What would you like to do?
I guess run. I'd like to run from here. And there's nothing else on the second floor that I can see, like doors or anything.
Right, there's another like hallway that kind of goes off to the right a little bit.
There is another hallway.
Yeah, so if you you could essentially go into that hallway to get away from this individual, it seems.
Okay, down that hallway then.
All right, you hear behind you then the crackling of like electricity, and then and then and as you sort of look back, you don't see the weasel. And you continue on. Mr. Billings, he's made it. He's made it home.
Glad
And
that this-
and you continue. You turn the corner. You see several individuals carrying now plates of food. And you feel like they're maybe setting up for a dinner or something like that.
Okay.
They appear to be going opening some large doors, and then on the other side of the doors you see sort of a shimmering, almost magical energy in front of you. The doors then sort of close behind them as you are at the end of the hall.
So like the kitchen doors have a magical glowing thing in them?
It looks like they were coming from the kitchen to set up like in a dining hall, because they were carrying food that looked cooked.
Is there people carrying the food in?
Yes. Also, as you peer around the corner now, and are sort of contemplating your next move,
Yes, sorry.
further down the hall, you see an individual carrying what looks to be someone wrapped in a sheet over one of their shoulders, and they're both dressed in like blue robes, and they're going into a door like at the very end of the hallway as well.
God. People in fantasy worlds are stressed out all the time. How do you see 2 things like this and be fine? Well... I have not. Does Kloo know anything about what this person is supposed to look like?
Yes, you've seen Yizzak before.
What's Yizzak look like?
He is an old man with sort of a thin, sort of white beard that isn't long at all, but just sort of hugs his face. His eyes are sunken in; they're really dark. He has kind of slicked back black hair that falls around his shoulders, and he mostly dresses. Last time you saw him, he dresses in like white and gold.
Okay, so not blue.
No.
That is so interesting. Where are they going with the bot? I feel like Kloo would be very intrigued, however, really tired from this day. And just say to themselves, you know what? Old guys, they've had a long day, and they just want a turkey supper, or whatever old people have for dinner. Rice pudding? I don't know. So, Kloo decides that the best course of action would be, and he whispers to the animal friends, he says,
Yeah.
let's see if we can stay for dinner. And Kloo wants to make some sort of check to look like they belong at the dinner table.
So you head into the doors.
Yes.
Okay. You kind of nudge open the doors to this dining hall.
Mm-hmm.
Several servants are exiting about the same time that you're entering, and several of them gasp at you. But go ahead and give me a charisma check.
If I smile as a horse, does that give me more?
More what?
A bonus?
No.
Okay.
A 14. Okay. They're immediately sort of scared and startled. Although you look so regal in this moment,
My jewelry.
Mr. Billings has now landed on top of your head, and though this is terrifying to be confronted with if you're not expecting a nightmare, Mr. Billings also seems to bow low to them, and he's giving you a bit of help here.
Thank you, Mr. Billings.
They are scared, but were expecting some evidently really crazy people to come to dinner.
Okay.
So a few of them scurry back away out through the doors that you just came in. It looks like they're heading back to the kitchens.
Okay.
And you hear some shouting, from them, but you're not sure what they say or anything.
Okay. I'm not concerned.
In front of you, you see this weird translucent sort of wall of kind of a very light blue magic.
Okay.
That kind of shimmery wall seems to almost cut the dinner table in half the long way.
Okay.
There are two individuals already seated at the table on the other side of this shimmery light.
Okay.
And then there are 6 seats set for dinner on this side of the table. You also see on the table itself, just on the other side of this shimmering blue light, a large, what at first looks kind of like an ice sculpture, but you realize it's a frozen Randolph, or at least the top half of him. Randolph is the little homunculus that Clem has made. Randolph is frozen solid and propped up on the dinner table as a decoration of sorts, it seems. Again, just on the other side of that blue light.
Oh, I love him. Okay. All right. And Kloo would recognize Randolph, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's 2 other individuals.
Who do we
that
have any?
one of them you recognize.
Okay.
It was a Goliath man who fought you and your friends a couple nights ago.
Okay.
He looks thin. He is seated in a wheelchair.
Okay.
He is sort of attempting to kind of grab a fork in front of him, but having a bit of trouble.
Okay.
He was the scariest, probably, creature that you fought in that fight, but now he seems entirely weakened.
So we fought this guy,
Yeah. The other person...
and he knows what I look like?
Yes, yeah. He's not paying much attention to you at the moment, even though he should be, because the other person sitting at the table is absolutely looking at you. You don't recognize this person, but they're a beautiful woman, kind of large, flowing brown hair. They wear a small necklace underneath a very, very elegant dress. You notice some bruises on this individual as well, and though they sort of look downtrodden, as you approach, they light up just a little bit. And it looks like they're starting to look around, trying to look around you for who might be accompanying you.
Oh, right, because I'm... Okay. I'm a horse. Oh, no, this feels messy.
On the other side of that blue light, two large doors open. And on the other side, approaching you, you see Yizzak. White and gold garb, a large book chained to his back now. His hair done exactly as he should present himself. He is dressed to the nines. And as he sort of gets into view, you feel two little rats leap out of the satchel that you're carrying.
Right.
Rush immediately toward him. And as they jump and hit that blue light, both of them pop out of existence. And at this, Billings gets down onto the ground as well and starts like hissing like at him.
No. Okay.
Yizzak looks entirely confused about what is going on, and he steps closer to that sort of blue light, and you see him. Where are they? Where have they... Are they not with you?
Talking to me.
Yes.
And he can't hear.
Are you
They
an
can't talk.
intelligent creature?
Uh,
Do you understand what I am saying?
and that is when Kloo spits out. Well, Kloo vomits. No, that feels like that could be bad. Kloo spits out. I was gonna go for the vomit oats, but that might be horrific. So, Kloo spits out the note.
Okay. You sort of spit up the note. You grab it in your mouth. And he sees that you're now carrying a letter. And you see his face just drop. My God. They sent a letter. And you see him wave his hand, and the light in front of him and you sort of goes away.
Okay.
He now steps right up to you. Give me that creature. And he'll reach for the letter and try to pull it from you.
Well,
Is he successful?
this guy sucks. But I have to. This is my job. But he sucks. Yeah. He can take the letter.
Okay. The warthog that has now gotten off your back and as well says,
I dislike this person. Do you want me to gore him?
he's talking to you.
But I say, wait. Like, can he hear us talk? I'm assuming
Doesn't
not.
seem to be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, or if he does, he just hears hoof, like
Sure.
sounds of horses
Okay.
or whatever you say.
I said no. Hold on. Let's see what he has to say. Okay. Can someone go in the kitchen and check for
Yes.
no, you stay here.
Oh,
I
okay.
need someone else to go into the kitchen and search for salt. Can one of the rats go look for salt?
Ooh. Nope. Rats.
Oh, right, or all the rats are dead.
The badger sort of crawls
Sure.
down you as well, and nods to you and to Billins, and scurries off then toward the kitchen.
Okay. Perfect. So I wait to see what he has to say.
Right. He's opening the letter. You see him now. I see. Reschedule. We had so much planned for tonight.
Oh my god. Randolph was going to be the centerpiece of their dinner? Okay, sorry.
He looks to the woman who's sitting there in the evening gown.
Mm-hmm.
It appears your friends will not be coming to the dinner this evening. I'm so very tempted to murder you and write a response in your blood. But that may cause problems. Fine. We may postpone. It will work again in 3 nights. Okay. Are you able to get a letter to your friends?
Okay, now this is just restrict. Okay. I do this.
Fair.
And while I'm doing this, I start to gesture, or I start to say, have you found anything yet? In the kitchen to the rats, assuming that he can't hear what I'm saying.
You hear a sort of a galumphing behind you, and the badger returns with a small bag of what probably is salt, being chased by 2 individuals from the kitchen.
Oh no!
And you see him kind of throw the bag sort of at your feet, and you hear him go, "I got it for you."
Oh, thank you. Okay, I don't actually know what I'm gonna do with that, but good to know. Okay.
Mr. Billins sort of grabs it in his mouth and leaps up on top of you again. And he just says, Boss, you tell me what it is you want. I'm with you.
Oh, no. All right.
Something then catches your attention out of the corner of your eye.
Okay.
You see a blur of red for a moment. As the woman in the evening gown has leapt up onto the table and grabbed some of the silverware and has lunged at Yizzak. And this happens so fast and so quickly in your periphery that by the time you've actually looked over here, you see her with a fork, probably about 4 or 5 inches away from Yizzak, frozen now in midair. As
Like literally.
Well, not not frozen like Randolph, but still in midair.
Okay.
And you see him now with his hand sort of move her as she glides through the air, sort of back away from him a little bit. And then you see him, and she gets shot into the wall across the way. A bit of blood splatters immediately on the wall from her head, and you see her limply fall to the ground immediately. And he says, Roban, Roban, Roban. I can't wait to kill you in front of them.
Yeah, I can talk. I can hear him say that. Oh God. Okay.
He finishes writing a note then, and as he stands up straight, the note folds itself into a letter, an envelope, begins to then close itself, and you see him then kind of magically place a little seal on the edge of it.
Okay.
And he hands it to you.
Tell them I eagerly await their attendance.
And he places the note in your mouth. Ooh. 3 nights. Be gone. You may leave.
I don't want to go. God. Is this okay? If I hold on, I really should have known this earlier, but I digress. Is this my body? Like if Kloo dies here, then it's Texas toast roast, or am I going back to where they were?
If you die here, Charity will feel it. Your essence essentially will not be in the material plane anymore. He will be able to then recall you wherever he is. So, like, you are not dead. This would not be the end of Kloo if for some reason you died here.
Okay. But so I'm on recall, just like the druid animals are, basically.
Kind of,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. They are. Well, you wouldn't know that. Yeah.
Okay, so I would not want to...
For the greater lore of the world, they are
Sure.
technically Fey creatures who return to the Feywild when they meet their demise here.
So TLDR is I wouldn't want to be as wild as the druid animals are being.
Right, they don't care. They kind of want to go home, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, they're fine. There's some complications here. You don't know if you die, if you would be able to retain the letter.
Shit. Okay.
The return letter. So you're not sure about that. Could be if you put it in your little pocket dimension. Maybe. Maybe that's fine. But you've never done that before. And yeah, it just kind of makes things a little weird. But it's up to you.
Okay. All right.
You're just kind of staring at him and not moving while you're thinking about this.
Great.
And you see him. Yes.
This is why I play the turn-based RPG award-winning Baldur's Gate. Doesn't matter how long you take to choose. Oh Jesus!
And I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just kind of making flavor here.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. Oh.
I will.
You also have a cat with a bag of salt.
I don't know why I grabbed salt. I thought salt would melt things, but no, it makes things colder, so that's not ideal. I just leaving feels so boring. But also I don't want to die, because I don't want to die, and I'm pretty low on health. So, could we pretend to start leaving, and then I mumble to the warthog, like, go see if you can knock that Randolph, that raccoon frozen thing off the table for me. Give it a hard push.
Of course. Count on me.
Okay.
And you kind of like then start to turn around.
Yeah.
You
Like
hear
we're
Yizzak.
walking.
Yeah, you hear Yizzak. To return to your master, beast. And then it seems like he turns around then as well. You see him out of the corner of your eye, sort of again magically lift the person he called Roburn up into the air,
Okay.
who's still unconscious, it seems.
Okay.
And she's now kind of floating, sort of closer to him then as well.
Okay.
And then you hear, "For blue!" And then the warthog has jumped up straight on the table and is immediately rushing toward the ice sculpture on the end.
Okay.
You hear him slam into it and even kind of
Good.
lift it up into the air.
Good.
It slams into then the far wall. And
Okay.
kind of like you see a few pieces do break off of the ice
Okay.
as it tumbles down to the ground. One of the pieces containing a hand from the individual Randolph, but whatever. He's only half a person. He's only half Randolph anyway. He has no lower
Okay.
bottom.
Right, that's not a whole.
Um,
Jesus.
You hear it though kind of break and shatter on the ground a little bit, and Yizzak kind of looks over at the warthog.
Annoying creature.
And then whoosh, a gout of flame rushes, scorching along the table, and you see the warthog.
It was an honor.
As whoosh, he now gets returned to the Fey realm.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I've goosed this enough, so yeah, let's leave. Let us leave.
As you're then leaving, a couple of the blue-robed then individuals who are now in the hallway see you as well and sort of begin to wonder what the hell is going on.
Sure.
One of them kind of rushes in to then the dining area, and the other begins to kind of follow you. It looks like you have an escort now leaving this place.
Okay.
Would you like to head on back?
And I couldn't see where he took the girl who was bruised up, right?
No. You could try to kind of sneaky go back or something if you'd like.
I don't want to kill Kloo. This feels too risky. So no. Nope.
like again, you'll be fine if you die. Charity can summon you again.
I don't know that.
You'll
Ouch.
risk a little bit of the letter getting back, but also you kind of know his response. Also, you're just not sure exactly how he wrote it. Yeah, it's up to you. I'm gonna try to talk you into one way or the other, but
Hi, baby. Sorry.
do you have Mr. Billings there?
This is.
Oh.
In my decision to keep Mr. Billings safe, because he's still good, right?
Hmm?
We're gonna leave.
All right. All right. You step out into the hall. The person in blue keeps following you.
Okay.
And you begin to move through the halls. You do see one of the doors then on your right kind of open. And you see another woman that you don't necessarily recognize.
Okay.
And she is tied up, gagged as well. And someone is drawing small runes on her.
Okay.
She's somewhat clothed, like covering up,
Sure.
parts of her, but her like arms and legs are exposed, and she has these small etchings, almost not etchings, I guess, like paintings, small little runes painted on her all over her body, and they're sort of doing this. You hear that Mr. Billings go, "Oh, that poor woman. Those are runes of sacrifice."
Okay. And it's just one guy with her.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. So, I would like to. Hi, baby. Hi, buddy. I would like to engage in a fight with this guy.
Are you going to rush into the room?
What are the runes of? Definitely didn't read Twitch chat, but that might be useful.
Oh, the runes. Mr. Billings said that the runes are runes of sacrifice.
Oh, the sacrificers. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I control the animal friends.
Kind of. You have a badger left with you.
That's
and
it. Wait, where'd the eagle go?
Maybe there's an eagle outside somewhere.
And the crab.
Oh, and the
Hold
crab.
on.
Yes, and the crab. Sorry.
And the cat, but the cat's.
And the cat.
Oh wait, yeah, no, cat's with us. Okay, can the eagle use peck to try and blind
Eagle
the guy?
didn't come in with you. He was outside.
Shit.
He was catching arrows so that you didn't get shot.
Shit.
And then
Okay.
you went into the ethereal plane without him.
So I have what?
You have the crab, the badger, and the cat with you.
Can the crab run in to try and surprise pinch him because he's small? Maybe the guy won't notice.
Sure, yeah. Even though the door's now ajar, he has his back to you, essentially.
Sure.
There's also your escort behind you, who is
Okay.
paying attention to you.
Oh shit! Okay. Oh no.
Yeah, just a reminder.
Okay. This is fine. Yeah, okay. Crab. Maybe. Let's see if he can give a pinch.
On the guy behind you?
Yeah.
Okay. The crab scurries out of the pouch onto your back end, and you hear the guy go, "What the fuck?" as the crab leaps onto his face,
Oh,
pinching both ears. Let's make an attack roll with Bjork
Okay.
here. Let's that's a that's a 12 and a 15. No,
Oh,
9 and a
yeah.
15.
Okay.
For 2 damage.
Oh. Well, we appreciate him.
He snips off the ears of this individual.
That's
Who
good.
immediately starts screaming and like backing up.
Oh, okay.
And you just see this guy going, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you."
Oh my god.
And he's now immediately attacking the one behind you, who's now not paying any attention to you.
Good.
You have a split moment before the person in here turns and sort of tries to figure out what's going on. What would you like to do?
Can I pause for 1 second?
Sure.
Okay. Can I BRB 1 second? I have
Oh,
to
of
pee.
course.
Sorry.
Yeah. We're
Thank you.
also
You're
almost
back.
done eventually here. But
Okay.
hey, friends. My name is Meg and Kloo, evidently. I switched places. How are you doing? We're about to hit the exciting conclusion of tonight's stream. How is everyone doing in chat? Is this going exactly how you thought it would go? How we doing? Who's this woman? Let's get some theories going on. Andy, we are not okay. Read back through. All right, what do we got here? Kloo, please come back now. Just leave. We'll make you an oat hash with his body. For the love of God, go. As a trito, your soul is bound to mine. But you won't have his note. Mimi. If it matters, not sure if it does. Leave. Just come back safely to us, your intern family. Rub salt in Yizzak's eyes on the way out. Don't do that. Oh, Meg. Andy, stop it, baby. Oh my God, shit. What are the runes of sacrifice? Is that Ayer's wife? The crab in BD3 did pretty good pinching. Also true. Fuck yeah, crab. I love it. Yeah, of course. Why am I reading this to chat when chat can obviously see what's happening? All right, Meg.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
What do you want to do? You have a split second.
I now have a plan.
You have a plan.
I do.
Let's do it.
So, we had the badger still, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So, I asked the badger to dig a hole for us, like dig a hole down and see, can he dig a hole so that it also takes the lady who's covered in runes into the hole?
Maybe. It would take him a little bit to dig through the floor.
Okay. So just kidding. So can I, because I forgot how long it would take, can I instead kick the guy who was going to use the lady as sacrifice?
Yeah, you want to rush into that room?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. You rush into the room. Give me a hoof attack.
Okay.
As the crab has leapt onto your tail.
Good.
Not your tail, but your tail. And how are we doing? A 10. This person is unarmored. That kick connects. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wow. I don't know.
Oh, 10 plus 8. Yeah, so 10 damage plus 8 fire damage. Yeah, this is just a dude. He doesn't seem like a armored fighter necessarily.
Okay.
But he whips around as well. After you kick him, it didn't quite end him.
Okay.
And as as you kick him, some of his robes begin to set on fire. The woman next to you is not necessarily even paying attention. She just sort of looks like in a stupor. He then begins to cast a spell.
Okay. Can I try and go? Oh, cool. Here we go.
8 damage to you as small missiles essentially shoot out of this individual.
Okay.
Out of his hands and slamming into you.
Okay.
The badger rushes in and begins to claw at this person.
Okay.
His name is Bad Boy.
Okay.
And Bad Boy claws and does a bite. 17 hits too for 1 damage. You okay? Yeah. You see then the badger claw at his legs and leap up onto him and start to gnaw at his shoulder and chest. And he is now kind of struggling with that. Mr. Billings rushes down and shuts the door behind you.
Thank you, Mr.
And you just hear sort of the screams of an individual who's being pinched on his face out in the hall. But the door slams shut behind you. And then what would you like to do?
So is this guy in the room still alive or no?
He is, yeah.
How many hit points does he have left?
Oh, you don't know. None of that BG3 shit here.
Shoot. Oh, God, I don't have much health left. Can I... Please, I don't know.
Please what?
I don't know. I'm thinking, so is there any way to tell, is he looking tired or anything, the guy who we're fighting or anything like that, or not really?
Tired? You could try to give me a you could do a quick check before you do it. So give me a wisdom check.
Okay.
To try to assess how weakened he is.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
8.
An 8. It's hard to tell the strength of these humanoid creatures.
Okay.
Charity doesn't look like he can take a punch, but you've seen him take full blast in the face of really powerful magic sometimes. You're totally just confused by all of it.
Okay. Can I try to take the lady on my back and just jump into the ethereal plane?
She just needs to be next to you. She does have to be willing.
Okay.
So if there's a way that you can somehow connect with her or get her to be on board with you, then we'll count that as willing, and you can bring her into the ethereal plane.
Where's the salt?
Salt is with Mr. Billings.
Who is?
By the door.
Dude, I yell for Mr. Billings to toss me the salt, or toss the salt on the woman, with the hopes that they are smelling salts instead of regular salt. To wake her up instead of salt.
This is interesting. Let's do a luck check.
Okay.
Because I don't know if Bad Boy knows exactly what salt is.
Okay.
So let's see what he actually got.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and roll a luck check. So just a random d20. Just give me a d20 roll. And let me know the result. No plus, no minus.
Do I just type D20 in?
Yeah, or like on the side you can.
Oh, I don't have a real. I only have one of these, but that's because that's not in the right order, right? It has to be in because it's in like 4, 5, 6.
You can also just roll a check, and we'll just take away whatever plus there is. We just need a
Okay.
d20 roll. So just give me any like strength, wisdom, something check.
Yep.
Strength. You rolled a 17.
Okay.
Sorry. He
You're
yeah, he has no idea what salt is. He grabbed a random bag of like tea leaves.
Oh, great. Okay.
As you sort of take it in your mouth and shake the bag so that
Yeah.
whatever was in there spreads all over this person, you do get a like the paint is wet enough so that as the tea leaves begin to stick to the sort of runes,
Okay.
it does begin to release a bit of aroma.
Okay.
And you see at least her eyes begin to soften a little bit.
Okay.
And even kind of flick up to look at you.
Okay.
And this is the first time you've seen any kind of recognition from
Yeah.
this person. Is it enough? I don't know. You'll have to try and see is the only way you can figure out to be successful or not here.
Okay. So I attempt to go to the ethereal plane with her and the rest of this. Can I get the rest of the squad in the same role or no? In the same action or no?
You hear
Who's
the
in the
door open behind you,
Okay.
and a crab fly through the wall, or fly
Okay.
through the door, slamming into
Sure.
the wall on the other side, and then poof. You can take the badger and
Okay.
Mr. Billings and maybe the girl with you if you
Okay.
attempt to go into the ethereal plane.
Yes, let's try that. Let's try.
As you then step through planes into this mirror silvery world on the other side, you have taken her with you.
Cool. Awesome.
The cat and the badger look sort of amazed. Wow. Blue, I had no idea you were this powerful. This is amazing. It's a whole nother world. Would you send us back now? To our
Back?
homes? Yes.
Andy, what is this? No.
Please? We would like to go home. Our friends are waiting there.
What is that? How do I send him home? What is this? Like Dorothy? Oh no, don't tell me I have to like smack him or anything.
That's probably what Mr. Billings means. However, you in the ethereal plane as a creature that goes between worlds, you feel like you could try to magically reach out to that sort of planar shift element of these creatures and simply send them home.
Yay, thank you. Can I
will-
politely send them
I will
home?
need a roll.
Okay. Oh,
Let's do intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. You choose the mental stat here.
let's do charisma.
Give me a charisma roll.
Yay.
With a
19.
19, which I would, yeah, you needed something very similar.
Okay.
You reach out with your sort of magical energies to
My
your friends.
magic. Ooh.
They both kind of leap up now onto your back. And you hear Mr. Billings. It was incredibly nice to meet you. Please, find us again. We will have oats together. In the Fey realm, they taste a lot better. And then you have sent them home. You turn now to the woman who is slowly beginning to make some sense of her surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like puts her hand up to you a little bit. She strokes your long face.
Okay. I was like, not the hair, but thank you.
You are an amazing creature. And then her eyes go wide as her stare looks to something behind you.
Okay.
As you turn, you see Yizzak. Fully corporeal. And he snaps his fingers. You've been pulled out of the ethereal plane once again. You are back in this room. And you hear him say, I don't fucking even care anymore if they come to dinner. And you see him beginning to cast a spell. You've channeled your energies this evening in ways that you've never done so before, Kloo. You felt connections and power that you've never made before. You've met new friends that you've had to say goodbye to so soon. You want to get back to Charity and them very quickly. You also want to do whatever you can to make this fucking dude pay even just a little bit. If you would like, you have now unlocked the Grand Flaming Mane.
Oh, hell yeah.
If
Yes.
you would like, you may, before he's finished casting his spell, give him a little bit of pain.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and oh my god. All right. All creatures chosen by Kloo that Kloo can see within 15 feet of him, which is also the dude that the badger attacked,
Oh,
and
sweet.
the one that without ears, who are
Okay.
standing now behind Yizzak and Yizzak. If you want, you can target all three.
Yes, but not the girl.
Not the girl. Yes. No, that's not it. Well, that'll work. Okay. Your magical scarf, your flaming mane that has wrapped
Yep.
around you and kept you and your friends protected from the cold,
Yep.
begins to spin and whip out in
Sweet.
3 different directions. This fire from your just the back of your skull reaches out and like wraps around the necks of these individuals.
Okay.
And you hear the dying screams of 2 of them.
Oh my god.
You hurt Yizzak and begin to
Okay.
burn him and his cloth a little bit.
Sure.
And he says, you were a brave creature. And you don't even see the spell that he casts. As it, no saving throw saves you from this.
Jeez.
The damage alone, saving or not, will be the end of Kloo in the material plane in this moment.
Oh no.
You leave the material plane, sadly with the woman behind, but hurting Yizzak.
Okay.
And you leave with a smile. You are now in a dark space, awaiting Charity to call you home again at any point. You don't need oats anymore. You don't need jewelry. You had an entirely singular and solitary adventure, and you just miss your friends. Soon you'll be reunited. Meg, well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
As
for
Kloo will
including
be,
this.
I'm sure, brought back into the material world. At that point, we'll roll to see if you have maintained that letter, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome.
You did so amazing.
Hell
This
yeah.
was so much
Awesome.
fun.
Thank you guys.
I don't even
Thank
know what
you.
I expected, but this
Aw.
was awesome.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done.
Thank
For
you,
everyone
stream.
else, thanks for watching.
you.
That was
Thank
really
you.
fun. I'm glad that we can do fun little asides
yeah.
with this. This is way more entertaining than if, like, I tell Charity, oh, Kloo died, so you have to bring him back at some point. Like, that's no fun. This is far more entertaining and heartfelt. You did so amazing, Meg.
Thank you guys.
Hey, everyone. Yeah. Everyone, we love you so much. Thanks for watching. Sorry again, it went a little late, but hey, I kind of did a one-shot in sort of the allotted
Yeah.
time.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
With, of course, the help of Meg being so amazing.
Thank you. I'm spoiled.
And yeah, I think a lot of things were also shared. And so Kloo
yeah.
knows a lot about some things now that are occurring, which is probably going to help. Wonderful. Thank you all so much. We're going to call it there for the evening. We love you. Hope that you find friends instead of oats and jewelry as well. And we'll see you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.